Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, damn, that must have been loud in your motherfucking ears, but we are back with another episode of the Project Vega podcast. I am your host, the Project Vega. What's up, people? How you been? I know it's been a minute. I said I was busy. I know it's been a minute, but I did promise y'all I will definitely get a fucking podcast out this month. I said either November or December, whichever one. I know I wanted to try to get one out in November, but that shit just did not happen. It was just way too much shit going on, especially with the holidays. Hopefully everybody's having a great holidays. Happy Thanksgiving, happy late Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas to everybody. But yeah, man, it's been a fat minute, but I know y'all been waiting for these motherfucking recordings, cause y'all like to listen to me for some reason, and I love to talk. I know you guys know this. For all my avid listeners, especially the German motherfuckers, I fuck with y'all, man. I look at my analytics. I've been looking at it from time to time on my day to day, and I'll be seeing the numbers just go up, and I just see Germany. Like, shout out to y'all. Like, y'all really been rocking with this podcast, and I really fuck with it. So respect. I like y'all, man. It's just, I don't know why, but Germany is just something about it. I guess you guys really find this podcast entertaining, and you like to turn it on and listen to it. So shout out to y'all. I like that. Mad respect. But we're gonna jump right into it. Yes, I am your host, the Project Vega. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at the Project Vega. I don't think they've changed anything besides Twitter itself being changed, but we will get into that. At the date of this recording, it is December 14th, 2022. We are almost fucking out of this year, man. Hey, I will say this year has gone by pretty quick. Not as quick as 2020 or 2021. Definitely those flew by quick and they deserve to fly by as quick as they did. This one was more like on that slower pace. It wasn't as fast, but still was quick enough. A lot of things have happened. I'm pretty sure you guys have all been through your ups and downs this year, your triumphs, your faults, your L's, all that left and right. Shout out to my motherfucking people I've been seeing on a regular, people I've been talking to on a regular, especially my girls. Like, shout out to y'all, absolutely. And my boys, especially my brothers, man. Y'all ride or dies, man. We've been getting closer and closer as we brotherhood, stronger than ever, absolutely. But how y'all been, man? I'm gonna be all over the place. I don't know how long this bitch is gonna go. I have a lot of things to cover. The things that I did write down, a lot of questions, because that's been the most favorite part of everybody's podcast, because you guys just like want to hear my opinion on shit. So I just talk, give you different perspectives on what I think and the things that I do know, and try to help people best of my abilities. I'm not a Greek god or anything like that, even though I'm like, I'm good looking and shit, but oh my god, yeah, I'll tell you, hey, the fuckery is back. And it ain't gonna stop. I am who I am, and I am proud of who I am. Gotta work hard, fellas. Get to where you need to go, because no one's gonna fuck with you until you get to where you need to go. Become the best version of yourself. That's what the last podcast was about, and the one before that, just self-improvement. That's all it comes down to. But I think I'm missing something. I don't really know if I'm missing really anything in the intro of that, but that's the intro. That's it. We gonna go. I don't know how long this bitch is gonna be, but we just gonna talk until I get tired of talking. So there's gonna be a lot of rambling on. So buckle up, get some popcorn, cause you about to laugh, you about to cry. Well, I hope not. I hope you don't fucking cry. I'll call you a bitch if you cry. But oh man, but settle on in. If you listening to this at on your job or whatever it is, put headphones on. Please put some headphones on. You do not need to have this shit blasting while you're at your workplace, because there might be something that I say that pisses them off and gets you in trouble or fired. I don't want that to happen. So go ahead, put some headphones on. If you in the comfort of your home, you working from home, and you got me in the background just playing, go ahead and do that. Just background noise, because you probably gonna be working, and then you're gonna hear some shit and be like, what the fuck did you just say? And then have to rewind it. But I mean, there's been plenty of that. But we gonna jump right into this shit. Nah, I ain't tired. I got so much energy. We out here. We gonna jump into the quick bits, even though the quickest of the bits is not really quick at all. It's just more of just quick takes, the things that I just wanted to jot down really quick, that I could jot down at the time that I wanted to be like, oh, I could easily do that. I could write that down, not write that down. Sometimes I just end up forgetting about shit. But the things that I did are the things that were interesting. The first thing, most definitely, Twitter. That acquisition, I don't know if I talked about it on the last podcast, but that acquisition finally went through with Elon Musk buying it, and it is 1,000 times better. Twitter was already good, but it's even better with the control of the meme king, even though everybody dubbed him the fucking meme king. Even though he's not a meme king, but still, Elon Musk is the people. He's one of us. I love Elon. I love his mind, the way that man speaks. I've listened to a lot of his presentations that he gives with Tesla, SpaceX. He's a great mind. Any podcast that he's been on, any Twitter space he goes into, I sit there and I'll listen to this man, because he's definitely somebody that I follow and hold highly because of the things that he's done. He's actually here to better the human race with making sure we are going down the right path. People may not agree with it just because you may not understand it or what the benefit is to you, but in the long term, he knows the data and he knows the statistics and what is good for the long term as to why he's doing things. Plus, he does things just to fuck around and troll. It's odd, just like his cologne Elon Musk, like literally it's a troll, but it's great. He should have been capitalized on that a long time ago, but he finally did go ahead and do that shit. And of course, Flamethrower, the boring company with the tunnel and stuff like that, which they broke ground on that, but really haven't really come out with anything on that one. But it's just like they ain't really focused on it. It doesn't really matter. It was just more so an experiment to just get from Vegas to LA or some shit like that in a fucking 30 minutes or some shit like that. But the Hyperloop, that's what it was called. But Twitter is the best. Man, I love Twitter. It's my source of news. It's source of entertainment for anything. You get everything there first before anything else. Like, of course, you get some funny videos from either Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, shit like that, but you mainly get everything from Twitter first. Like, it is what it is. There's no arguing that one. Some people like TikTok better and they get their source of information and stuff like that. Cool, that's all you, but best is where Twitter is. Yeah, that's all I gotta say on that. Love Elon, love Twitter. We gonna stick to it. Hopefully y'all, if you got, like I said, follow me on Twitter at theprojectvega. Keep up with all the great and funny memes, all the latest whatever the fuck I want to talk about, and honestly anything. I'll be talking shit, especially with the whole thing that went down with the FTX shit in the cryptocurrency world. That shit was black swan event left and right. That motherfucker is a Fed, but he's in jail right now. They arrested his ass because he was on the run, and the United States wasn't really trying to get his ass before, but now they got him. Yeah, he better start snitching. Honestly, I don't really condone snitching like that, but like, if one of the many times I would say something like some 6ix9ine shit, this nigga better start snitching, because there's a lot of motherfucking politicians that were involved with it that need to be arrested as well, exposed, and the gates need to come down, because for those who know, it's a whole fucking thing. It's some Blackwater shit. Like, it's some bad shit, man. Billions of dollars. I'm talking billions of dollars. Pretty much damn near gave crypto a bad taste in almost everybody's mouth because of it. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be here to stay, no matter what they try to do. This shit, the only thing that's ever gonna take it down, cryptocurrencies as a whole, is pretty much a worldwide EMP to pretty much destroy any and every computer in existence. Literally, that would shut down the grid. There you go. Because you're worthless at that point. Nothing on the internet is just going to be saved. It's just bam, no backups, no nothing. Well, except for any hard wallets, but even still, you'd have to rebuild everything back up. As long as one computer's alive, the system's alive, basically. Damn, I just went off on a fucking tangent on shit. But like I said, we just gonna be talking. So But speaking of talking, the man who likes to talk the most and who is the most notorious, who got banned off everything, Andrew Tate. But he is back. He is unbanned from Twitter. That man could not be fucking stopped. I love that he is back. That man, I agree with like almost everything he fucking says. Same with and congratulations, Fresh and Fit with 1 million subscribers. They hit that goal and they about to have their little celebration and shit. Been following them since fucking, what was it, 23K subscribers. That's how long I've been a supporter of them. So now they made it to 1 million. It's been a long ass time, but that first person, of course, I already talked about it in the previous podcast, was Kevin Samuels. He was the number one. I started from him and then I moved from everybody else. I don't follow everybody. There's only specific people I like to follow. But Andrew Tate, definitely top G. Where's your Bugatti? Oh, that baby guy. He'd be a great dude to fucking meet. Him and his brother Tristan, man. Those are some fucking animals right there. I would definitely love to meet them one day. Gotta work to get to that point, because they're just not gonna meet somebody like me just out of nowhere. But once I make my own value, my own worth at that point, it was just like, yeah, I could set up some sort of meeting, get to know them, go hang out, party, some shit like that, see what they like. Be great. Bring my people, ones that are the closest to me, to be able to network like that. Absolutely. But that's all I gotta say about that shit. But speaking of the whole financial shit though, y'all need to prepare, yo. This recession shit that is about to hit, man, yo, save your fucking money. Don't buy stupid shit. Watch your spending. Actually calculate and have a contingency plan of some sort, because really and truly, bro, this shit is really about to hit, and it's going bad. It's gonna be bad. This is gonna be fucking terrible. Hopefully there's gonna be some sort of cushion, but really and truly, I don't think there's gonna be any type of cushion unless you have, you know, that money stacked up or some shit like that that's already just taken care of, to kind of like save you for like maybe a year or two or whatever it is, because most people are already living paycheck to paycheck and, you know, dipping into their savings and shit like that just because of the holidays, trying to please people, make people happy. I understand. But at the end of the day, is it really worth it to go into debt even more? I don't think so. That's just me personally. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that shit. But that AI. Everybody is getting into AI. There has been so much, there's been an explosion of AI stuff, especially with this whole Lensa AI thing where you take 10 to 20 pictures of just you and like different type of styles, and then it like you pay a specific amount of money and it spits out 30, 50, even 100 photos or even 300 photos of just realistic animated photos of you in different types of styles from different types of artists, that it's taken from an open source that people either put in themselves or just from other aspects that they have, that they grabbed all the sources from. And there's a lot of them that look really fucking good. Like it's like a majority, I would say like it's like an 85% chance you're gonna get some really good ones, and then the other ones is just like, and then there's maybe like one that's really bad that just really doesn't look like you, or just doesn't fit, or just doesn't look good at all. But other than that, like AI has really blown up. But not just that, you could have one that just writes you scripts, and just it's fucking incredible with what people have been able to do. You even creating songs to make it sound like actual artists and stuff like that. It's pretty dope. If you haven't already checked it out, I recommend checking out any type of AI if you aren't interested in any of that shit, but you know you want to check it out, go ahead and check it out. It's just, if you ain't got nothing else to do, I would say go check it out. Go learn something. Actually go learn how to build this shit and make it yourself. Make your own version of AI. It's trade. It's, you know, it's a tech world out here. It's definitely a tech world out here, and I recommend you to go ahead and do that shit. But yeah, we are gonna go into the first fucking section of this podcast. First real section of this podcast, the one that everybody came for, the real deal Holyfield. Most listened, most attentively listened part of this podcast, and that's the Q&A section, where users submit questions or topics to the podcast and I'll read them aloud by the user submitted, and I give my feedback on that. And that being said, my word is not law. These are all just my own opinions, my opinions alone. None of this shit is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I will only articulate these questions and the answers to the best of my abilities. With that being said, we want to jump right in this bitch. We got 13 fucking questions here. I basically, when I had put out, that I'm making a new podcast, I got a bunch. I got a fuck ton of them. And I basically was just like, fuck it. I'm gonna just take almost a bunch of them, almost all of them damn near, that were submitted and just put them in the podcast. There were a lot that I had to get rid of just because it was shit that I've already talked about on previous podcasts. And I'm not gonna repeat myself, but there was a good amount. And I was just like, you know what? Towards the end of the year, instead of just grabbing 6 or something like that, or 5 or 4 and reading those aloud and then getting to the rest of the stuff, let me just grab a bunch of them and just talk for as long as I want to and ramble on for as long as I want to. And the first question that I'm about to ramble on from comes from my boy Tommy. Tommy says, if someone was late to a first date for an hour and after an hour and a half, are they obligated to pay for the girl's food and her kids that she orders? Yeah, so he sent this question and he also sent the video that it was linked to. And what it was is to kind of like give you guys a mental picture of what the whole situation was and as to why he asked this question. Is there was a guy and a girl that went out on a date, but the guy was an hour and a half late to the date. An hour and a half, and she waited there the entire time for him to show up. And when he did show up, they were eating, and you know they're coming. I guess in the video that they were coming towards like the end of the the date and stuff like that, and they were about to finish eating. So she orders food for her kids, and got into a whole argument as to the guy saying, "I'm not paying for I'm not paying for that. Those aren't my kids." And the waiter is sitting here like taking her side and was saying, it's just like, okay, I see. And then she's telling her to go put it on his bill, and he's just like, nah, you better take that shit off. Those aren't my kids. I'm not paying for that. So, and then in the video as well, he was talking to other people, and the other bystanders in the situation were saying, what's wrong with that? Why aren't you paying for it? Like, nobody's taking his side on this situation. So that's what the video is. It's on TikTok. If you haven't seen it, I'm pretty sure it went viral. For those who have seen it, you already know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna leave no goddamn link to the fucking video on it at all in the description. Nah, I'm not doing that shit. But if you want to see it, you can go see it. I might. Nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not. Fuck it. I will. Fuck it. Over here just fucking contemplating shit I don't need to contemplate when I should just do it. But yeah, my opinion on the whole thing, because I seen the video and he told me to ask this question on the podcast and talk about it and give my opinion on the whole situation. Me personally, one is, why was she waiting an hour and a half? That's the number one question, is why the fuck you wait an hour and a half? I have not met a single girl or even known a single woman to wait for a man for an hour and a half that is late to a date. Most of them probably wouldn't even wait 15 fucking minutes, or even, probably, if they really like you or really interested, maybe 30 minutes at the most. Just kind of guessing here. For the ladies that listen to me, I don't know, write in the comment section below, or at me on Twitter or DM me on Instagram on if I'm correct on what I'm saying here. Is like, you'd probably wait maybe at most 30 minutes on a man that you really like or whatever it is, but not no goddamn hour and a half, because you would have just straight up bounced or some shit like that. But most of the time, most girls are gonna fucking flake, so this is surprising. So this is fucking surprising. Though, if she really likes you or whatever it is, she's not really gonna flake. But if she really don't, and you just another like wallet to her, and she just wants the free food or whatever it is, she's just gonna flake and make up some bullshit or some shit like that. Because this is surprising. An hour and a half. Fuck no, that's crazy. 2, it's the first fucking date, and she's saying that he is now obligated pay for her kids' meals. Ain't that the job of not only you before leaving the date and as well as the baby father? Well, clearly you're on a date and he ain't really, like, you guys aren't together, and it's like that whole situation. But still, if he's from the video, I think she said, or he said that the kids were with the father or whatever it is at the time of the date. It's like he's taking care of that. He's feeding the kids, excuse me. So like, why the fuck is he obligated to do that shit? That just makes no fucking sense. And to just like force that on him, it was just like, nah, bro. Fuck no. I honestly say no, he's not obligated to pay anything, especially on a fucking first date. Absolutely fucking not. Third date, still no. I would still say fucking no. I don't give a fuck. Now, if you were boyfriend and girlfriend, that's a different story. The conversation would not be like go in this direction. It'd be like, yeah, you could have some pushback on it. And then it just comes down to if you want to make your girl happy, your girlfriend happy, or whatever it is. But you already knew what you signed up for at that point. Hopefully she told you she had kids by the time you made her your girlfriend, because like, what the fuck? Like at that point it'd be like, yeah, you might want to like make her happy or whatever it is and get the kids some, and then go like that if they didn't eat or some shit like that. But honestly, still I would say no. Fuck no. It's just like, you're not obligated and you didn't need to. And I'm glad in the video he didn't pay for that shit. Well, it kind of ended, but still I hope so he didn't pay for that shit and only paid for just his meal and her meal, and that was it. But even still, if that was me in that situation, I mean, it would never be me in that situation, but if it fucking was, I'd be like, nigga, fuck this. I'm paying for my food. You can get your own fucking food and pay for that shit. And it'd be, I'd bounce. Fuck that shit. You're not gonna put no stupid shit like that on me. That's just me. No. If I was ever in that situation, I would never be in that stupid situation. First of all, let me calm myself down. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say that shit. I ain't gonna say that right now. Nope. That's not happening. Yeah, to answer your question, Tommy, is someone obligated to pay for their kids' food after being an hour and a half late? No, absolutely not. Because first of all, like, for you to be sitting there for an hour and a half, you already seem broke. You seem desperate, and you just begging for shit. And now you're just trying to force him and guilt trip him onto some shit like that. Nah, he had every right to say no and go into the kitchen as well and tell that waiter to not put that shit on his fucking check. He had every right to do that shit. Absolutely. I don't give a fuck. Everybody dogs his ass in the comments. I don't care if you try to dog me in the fucking comments. I don't give a fuck, bro, because you ain't gonna say shit to my face, honestly. You can talk all you shit, little internet keyboard warriors. I don't care. I talk the talk, walk the walk, and you ain't gonna press me on sight because you already know what's gonna happen if you do. Allegedly. Oh my god, but yeah, that's all I gotta say about that shit, because that's some weak shit, bro. That's some bullshit. And as from the tone of the video, you could probably tell what type of ethnicity these people are. They were African American, and the way this type of shit is. If you didn't know, if you have already seen it, yeah, they're African American, and it just to me, she was ratchet as fuck. I don't give a fuck. It was just ratchet as all hell. That shit would not happen, bro. I don't even know what you saw, brother. I mean, that brother was on some desperate shit because he's in a situation himself. They were at Red Lobster too. Like the better thing, what would have been better to do, I would say, as another type of road he could have taken versus road he could have took and she could have did, instead of saying the kids getting fed or whatever it is, to make her happy for being an hour and a half late, is him not take her to Red Lobster at that moment, be like, hey, look, I know I'm late an hour and a half. You know what? To make it better, make it up to you. Fuck the Red Lobster right now. Let's go to, a better, more fancier restaurant or some shit like that to make her happy. Give her a better experience versus that, and you guys both go. That's what I would say. Not this bullshit. Not this bullshit. Because fuck that. Fuck that. That's just me. Just me personally. That would have been something I did, is to be like, look, instead of doing this, let's actually go in there so I can make it up to you. Because she also said something about Red Lobster in the video too. She's just like, you over here taking me to Red Lobster. And the thing is, the food that she was ordering was fucking steaks, bruh, for her 8-year-old kid. A full-blown steaks, my nigga. that nigga is gonna choke and die on that fucking 20-ounce steak. Are you kidding me? No, that steak was for your ass, and you just want to try to use your kids as a scapegoat. Nah, like, kid eating fucking, nah, you'd order a fucking kids meal from fucking McDonald's, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. You got me fucked up on that shit. Got me twisted, bro. Bro, it started a whole fucking debate like usual. That's what these videos do. These types of videos stir up the, you know, the intersexual dynamics and shit between men and women. And it's just that hate raid is what happens between both genders, where everybody's just in the comment just going at each other, just saying some shit. But, you know, it's just, hey, it's the entertainment part of it. And, you know, people just like to do it. But, you know, at the end of the day, protect yourself, both sides, protect yourself. Like, ladies, you don't, I would say, what, 30 minutes at the most, if you really like this dude and was really interested. At the most, 15 minutes is the most acceptable, and that's just like stretching it an additional 30 minutes. I would say it would have to be like 15 minutes, but you have to already have a text saying, hey, I'm down the street, I'm 15 minutes away type shit. And like, you can send your location. That to me would be more acceptable than anything. Versus just keep saying like, I'm on my way or some shit like that, but not really with an ETA, and it's like an hour past. It's like, where the fuck you at? Cause I'm out this bitch. Yeah, like you gotta have a text with like where your exact location is. I'm walking in the door type shit. Sorry, I'm late. Like, I'm walking in, I'm like just parking, shit like that. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this question. I know I went on a little bit about this one, but yeah, that's all I gotta say, because we about to jump to the motherfucking next question. And the next question comes from Oblaka Flocka. And Oblaka Flocka, his question, or her question, it's probably a dude, honestly. The way this fucking, this is like almost like one of them little gamer tags or Discord fucking thingamajiggers. How long should you wait for someone when you want to date them, but they say they aren't ready? How long should you wait? I mean, this is more of like an open-ended question for like both sides. How long should someone wait for someone? How long? Oh my God. How long should you wait for someone when you want to date them, but they say they aren't ready? I don't wait for nothing. That's just that, bro. This is just to get my take on this. I think if you are asking for my opinion, how long you should wait for somebody because you have somebody that's, you know, you're interested in, but they hit you with this. It really all comes down to how comfortable you are willing to wait. I honestly say do not wait any more than like, I don't know, man, it really depends on what their situation is. This shit hard to answer, but I say no longer than fucking 2 months, nigga. Fucking 2 months, move on, find something else, find someone else, honestly, do your own fucking thing. And then when they're ready, they could come to you and be like, okay, you know, let's try to give this a whirl. But then at that point, I'd say no. Like, as guys, I would say no, because it's just like, what the fuck were you doing? Like, if you really weren't doing anything and you just wanted to either hoe around, I'm just talking from the guy's perspective now, I'll get to the girls later. If the girl just wanted to like kind of hoe around or like do her little thing, whatever the fuck it might have been, like, you don't know. If she comes back and tells you what it was that she was doing, then it's just like, cool, she was more honest with you and she genuinely did want to be with you and she just needed time to herself. If she ain't doing that shit, I would say, nah, bro, dead that shit. Just go do your own thing, find somebody else to have your attention and give your own attention, but better yet, work on your fucking self. Do your own thing, bro. I bet if you living it up, getting your money up, whatever it is, and she follows you on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever it is, and you posting like fun, dope ass shit that you're doing, best believe she gonna fucking hit you up and try to join you on that shit. Like, nigga, like, come on now, let's be fucking for real. Because if she just ain't ready yet, that means she really don't fucking like you and she about to just put your ass in the friend zone. And pretty much you did just get put in the fucking friend zone. Like, saying, oh, I'm just not ready yet is almost like saying, oh, I think you're just like a brother to me or some shit like that. Bro, just move your own fucking feet. Move it on, bro. Don't wait no 6 months. Don't wait no fucking year. Don't wait none like that. 2 months at the max, bro. And you get back on your fucking high horse and you trot away, nigga. You sprint. Fuck trotting. You fucking, what is that fucking nigga's called? I forgot. what's that fucking horse is called? I'm gonna just call it fucking Pegasus. You better fly away, nigga. You better take the fuck off. Get up out of here. Now, for my ladies, how long should you wait for somebody? If the dude's saying, oh, they just ain't ready yet, to be completely real, that man probably don't like you. I'm just not ready yet. It's like he probably don't really like you, or he do like you, but he's seen some shit that you've been doing that doesn't make you cuffable. And with guys, we aren't gonna really tell you what that shit is. We just gonna tell you shit like that. We ain't really gonna ever cuff you. We might just do it friends with benefits. Like, it really all comes down to that shit. I'm really giving out some sauce right now, yo. Oh, I'm spilling secrets. Spilling secrets. Oh my god, but that's the truth, man. It's like, to be real, like, we're guys, man. We simple, man. We really aren't gonna do this shit. When we see some shit we don't like, this is how we're gonna move. This is how we were like, okay, she's just only a straight sex only type thing. Like, I'm not really gonna fuck with her like that. I'm gonna only hit her up only like if I want to have a good time or whatever it is, or, you know, go out and just be with my boys or some shit like that. That's really about it. Like, they're never really gonna take you seriously because of possibly the things you've been doing without you even realizing that it's bad. Excuse me. Because we're not gonna tell you. Like, if that person really does like you, I mean, if it's a fucking simp or some shit like that, he may like kind of start to be all standoffish, give you that little attitude here and there when you ask him something like that, and it cause little fights and be like, what's wrong with you? It's like, why are you acting so different? Like, it's because he's he got his feelings hurt because you were doing something and he wish it was him. That's what that shit is. Fuck, I'm really giving this shit away, bro. Leave a like, bro. Comment, subscribe, share this shit, rate this shit 5 stars on Apple, Spotify, everywhere. Anchor, we are everywhere. Google. That's what I forgot in the intro. We are on every major platform. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, rate this shit 5 stars. Get the engagement up, because I mean, it's been getting up itself, but still, let's get it even better just because we got the brand new episode. This is episode 27. That's also what I forgot. This is episode motherfucking 27. Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's what I gotta say to Oblaka Flocka, my man, Oblaka Flocka. That's what I gotta say to, you know, the ladies. That's what they mean by when they ain't ready. When guys, when they say when they're not ready, just like it's pretty obvious too when a girl is showing interest into you, genuine interest into you, what she's doing for you, what she ain't doing for you, how many times she hits you up to actually genuinely see you and hang out with you, not to actually do something and have you pay for shit or whatever it is, or always go out for food, because then you should really kind of pick up the cues on where you stand in her life. And that should let you know to stop talking to her. I said dead that, just straight dead that shit, bro. It's a fucking dud, bro. That's what I say. For the girls, if he's saying that shit and he's just like, you guys just hook up here and there, it's only a good time, you know, when you guys do that shit, but he really isn't showing you like that real, you know, genuine interest, that he's really into you and shit like that, and he really wants to see you for whatever reason that you girls like to say that shit. I just can't think of the word right now. That should let you know where you stand, and you need to start retracting your feelings and drop him. Same exact vice versa. That's how it is. Move yourself on, so you know, stop wasting time, and so you don't start running around here and being like, fuck all niggas, niggas ain't shit. Like, so you could not run into that problem and just move on and be like, okay, yeah, this person isn't gonna work out, let me go to somebody else. Like, just play it that way. Just be smart. Like, I understand feelings are a lot, but like, yo, be smart with it. Start to move, man. Start to move at both sides. Move accordingly. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do. It's hard. Not really. Not for me. I just do shit. But for other people, it's just impossible. That's why they stuck in the ways they are, and the reason why they ain't move even 2 inches in 5 years, and they're in the same exact fucking spot as last time, just contemplating and talking and dreams and this, that, and the third, and they ain't fucking moved an inch. So yeah, Oblaka Flocka, hopefully I answered your question on that one. Same for Tommy. Hopefully I answered both y'all questions as best as possible. And yeah, we gonna jump to the next question. Question number three. Number three. This one comes from Double Couch Crew. Oh my god. I think I know why it's called Double Couch Crew. Yeah, we just gonna leave it at that. Man, these fucking names, bro. I love them. I hate them at the same time, but you know what I'm saying. This question is coming from Double Couch Crew is, I like this girl and I listen to what she says when people say what she likes, but when I do things I'm guessing he says when you do things she likes, she isn't showing any interest. What would you recommend I do to grab her attention and to start dating her? Oh, this is a direct ass fucking question. You know what I'm gonna say to that, Mr. Double Couch Crew? Do not qualify yourself to her. Do not do that shit. Do not try to. Don't listen to what she says. Watch what she does. That's what I say. Watch what she does. Do not listen to what she says. Watch what she does, because that will really show you what she likes and what really turns her on and really grabs her attention. That's what I would fucking say. But do not try to qualify yourself, because then you just gonna look like a fucking pussy. You just giving her all the fucking power. You letting her take the lead, and she doesn't want you, like, she doesn't want to take the lead. She'll have to, like, she will if she has to, but in the relationship, for it to work really, you have to take the masculine lead, not her. You have to be the one to do shit. You have to show that fucking genuine, like, that the interest that makes her like you. You have to show that masculinity that is attractive, that brings the attention towards you. If you aren't getting that from not only just that one girl that you like, if you're not getting it from her or any other fucking girl, there's something fucking wrong with you, and you need to work on that shit, bro. You looking at me? If you're watching the video version of this fucking podcast, or if you listening to this shit, picture me standing in front of you about to smack the dog shit at you for this shit. You just look like, listen, bro. Do not do that shit. Let her come to you. But the way for that to happen is you gotta work on your fucking self. And it sounds like you got a lot to work on right now, brother. Like, man, you hit the fucking gym. Grow some fucking muscles, some abs. Make sure you eating right, healthy. Take care of your skin. Brush your fucking teeth. Wash your goddamn ass. Make sure your hair is looking nice. Make sure you smell nice. Get some fucking cologne. Use some great soap. Like, literally, like, do everything you need to. Get your fucking money up. Make sure you out your mom's basement and shit like that. Get your own little crib, either with roommates or if you have your own house, if you got it like that. It all depends on where, like, your own actions will dictate where you stand in life, because what you do outside of that will inherently show on the outside. You take care of yourself, you will attract more. Because people like seeing other people succeed, so they gravitate towards it because they want a piece of that shit. They like that. They were like, okay, whatever he's doing, let me see if I could get next to him, see what he's doing, and try to like get a little piece of that and see if I can apply it to myself and be able to do good as well. But don't share your motherfucking secrets if you do that shit. Just tell them, basic shit. Just give them the base level of it. Don't tell them everything else. Just know you working on yourself. You stay on a routine, discipline yourself, mentally discipline yourself. Because that's what it comes down to, is a mental fucking mindset. Is if you don't have the mindset, you ain't gonna do nothing, bro. You could be all talk all day, left and right. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, da 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 da. You could talk left and right, but if you ain't actually fucking taking action and actually doing it, and it's not only seeing results, especially in the fucking gym, you ain't doing nothing. Do not qualify yourself to this girl. Stop paying attention to this motherfucking girl. Give somebody else attention. Actually, no, stop. Stop giving attention to any of them. Don't give any of these girls attention. The ones you talking about. Don't give any of them attention at all. At fucking all, bro. Don't do that shit. Work on your fucking self. Become socially aware. Become socially outgoing. Actually read the room very well. Because clearly you don't know what the fuck's going on, because you ain't reading the situation nor the room correctly. If you listening to what other people say, like you're going through a third party. It's not even coming directly from her as well. You just kind of, it sounds like you were in like one of those like group settings or whatever it is at like say a party, and then she's there and there's like 5 or 6 other people and they're asking what she likes or who she likes or whatever it is, and you just sitting there in the cut just listening like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try to do that and try to get to her. It may work here and there for some girls, but let's be real, bro. How many times has it been working for you? Because clearly it's not working with this one. Pretty sure it probably ain't been working for a lot of motherfuckers. Do not do this shit. Not just for this dude, Double Couch Crew, but every other guy that's listening to this shit. Don't fucking do that crap. Fucking dumb, bro. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it, bro. Fucking dumb. It's fucking stupid. Don't do that. Work on yourself. Get yourself up. Don't qualify to her. Let her come to you. If she shows interest in you, give her a little taste of what it is. Don't dive straight into it. Give her a little bit. Give her a little taste of it. See what the actual real interest is she has into you. See what it is. Give her a little taste of it. Give her that little addiction that she could get towards you. Get that mystery going. Get that interest. Don't just tell her everything about your life. Go dark, bro. Be like, oh, I'm doing good. That's it. Leave it like that. And be like, oh, we doing great over here. We doing great on this side. We eating greedy on this side. That's what we doing. We out here. That's my thing. That's definitely my thing. I'd be saying, oh, we out here, you know. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing fucking fantastic on my end. How you doing on your end? Right now, it don't seem like you're doing too good. Come on, brother. Shake my hand, brother. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get you up. Let's pick you up. Get your self-esteem right. Get your confidence up. Get your money up. Get your body right. Let's do this shit. Come on, man. You need that real coach. You need something like that. You ever play football? I don't know. If you play football, nah, shit, even basketball, let the coach take care of you, brother. Let the coach take care of you. Let him hype you up. Let's get that motivation. Let's go. Let's do this shit. Hopefully that answers your question, Double Couch Crew. Hopefully that answers your fucking question. Because we about to move on to the next one. This come from Spooky P. Got a Spooky P up in this motherfucker. I don't know what the P stands for, but you got Spooky up in this bitch. And Spooky P says, hey man, I have been listening to your podcast for a bit and I have a question. I have a lot of friends that are just friends with me, and a few of them I tried to get with, but they all said they only see me as a friend. Literally goes back to the fucking other question I just said. They all see me as just a friend. What should I do next so I don't run into this situation? If you're listening to this shit, literally what I just fucking said, bro. What I literally just said, these past few questions, bro. You're too soft. You are way too soft. You're that nice guy, that shoulder to cry on, the one that they could go to for advice. You're too available, bro. You're too available. You need to get the fuck out of that shit, bro. You gotta get yourself out of that situation. You need to focus. You gotta take back yourself, your own pride, your own masculinity. You gotta take that shit back, reapply that shit to yourself. Focus on yourself. Get back on your high horse. Like I said earlier, get back on your high horse. Get back onto that shit. Learn what the red pill is. Get a little taste of that. Understand what it is so you could actually be more aware. Get onto that shit, bro. Like, how the fuck, there's a lot of motherfuckers like this shit, but if they see you as a friend, man, it's just like, drop them all, bro. Drop them all. You just a convenience factor. Really, you really just a convenience factor to them. Like, you don't need to be a convenience factor to them. Make sure you are convenience to yourself. Make sure you're doing right for yourself. Get yourself right. Do what you need to do, brother. Come on. Come on, man. If they see you as only a friend, bro, as soon as the ones that you were trying to get at, you're not attractive enough to them. You don't grab that attention. You don't arouse them any type of way. You're just there, man. Whatever it might be, bro. I don't even know what you look like. I don't even know how you act, but clearly the way, I do know how you act because you asking this lame ass fucking question, bro. Excuse me. That question is bullshit. That lifestyle you got right now is bullshit. I don't even know how old you are, But hopefully you either just like in high school or just getting out of that shit and you just in this space or just get into the real world or something like that, because you could change this real quick. You can change this real quick, man. Hopefully you're not maybe 40, 50, because you kind of fucked. Because it's like one of them saying, you can't keep teach a new dog old tricks. Or old dog new tricks. I said that completely wrong. Can't teach an old dog new tricks is what I was trying to say. I said that completely. I fucking butchered that. But still, you understand what I'm saying. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. You could definitely teach a new dog some new tricks. Absolutely. Absolutely you can. Gotta be able to. And for you, brother, man, I feel sorry for you. But really at the same time, I don't. Because you did the shit. But it's because you weren't aware. You weren't aware. You didn't have the knowledge to do. You didn't know what you were doing, really. You ain't really have that. You didn't have a mentor to really guide you, a real mentor, not just, you know, you could have two different types of them. You could have one that is, you know, that mentor in life, the one that's gonna, you know, get you financially right with, you know, in the job, kind of help you with that type of mentor. But then you could have like one of those mentors who are life coaches, and hopefully that life coach is very aware of a lot of things and can actually teach you what you need to, not the soft bullshit that's going around, not nothing like that. One that could take you back your fucking manhood, bro, because you lost that shit. Get it back. Get it fucking back. Put some bass in your fucking voice, homie. Because it sounds like you can't even talk from your chest. You can't even say it with your fucking chest. It clearly is just, I don't see it. I don't see it. You can't threaten nobody. Nobody's gonna take you serious. You don't, when you walk into a room, you don't pull eyes. When you walk into a room, everybody else looking at probably the people that you either walked in with, or the whole group is dead, and the other people who actually radiate that presence is what they looking at. Because you don't show that shit. You have no attention. You have no draw to you. You need to work on that, and there's a lot you gotta work on. Spooky P, if you really want to know what you need to work on, let me know. DM me. You already know at the Project Vega. Go ahead. And go ahead, DM me. I can help you out on that shit. That goes for a lot of people. If you really want to know, let me know. Let me hear your story. I'll tell you what you need to work on real quick, real fucking quick. Don't hide nothing. Don't bullshit me too, because I'm gonna give you like it is, bro. I am not that motherfucker, bro. I am not that motherfucker. I have cut people off. I'm real quick to cut motherfuckers off. It don't fucking matter, bro. I know what I command. I know what I like. I know where I'm at. I move different. I am different. Clearly, clear as motherfucking day. But we're gonna move on from that one. Spooky P, hope you get it. Hope you listening to this and your shit really set in. Hope your shit really set in. Don't just listen and be like, oh, I hear you, and then not actually take action. You just still waddling in the mud, nigga. Actually do some shit, brother. Let's go to the next question. That's what we finna do. We finna go to the next question up in there. Oh, look at my pearly whites out in this bitch, bro. Take good care of y'all teeth, bro. Cause that's definitely one of the like a huge marker that like a lot of compliments I get is from my pearly fucking whites. I got a great smile, white teeth. Women love that shit. You have a great smile, white teeth, nice teeth, clean teeth, everything like that. They know that's like that. Teeth alone is a great indicator of hygiene. We gonna stop the questions real quick. Teeth alone is a great indicator of hygiene. If you don't take good care of your teeth, fellas, girls can see that and will be able to determine you lack in other areas very quickly. They are very socially aware. Women are superior to men when it comes to being socially aware at this type of that situation, bro. Not just with teeth, but a lot of things. They are able to assess a man right then and there from head to toe where you stand, bro. They will dead you off just because your shoes don't match with your fit, your hair fucked up, your teeth fucked up, you got a crooked eye or some shit. Like, bro, they are really good at it. Well, guys, we out here just thinking with our dick. If she fine enough, I could fuck that. That's it. That's all you at. But it really and truly, it comes down to everything. It comes down to everything. What I mean by that, when it comes down to everything, it's just like, look, you could have your motherfucking fun, but at the same time, you need to have some real women around you. Ones that you could definitely, if you know, could command that type of thing, where you could have a couple of good women around you, that one that you either friends with benefits or some shit like that. And you know, be able to go out and do your own thing, and they could be real ones and not snake you or any bullshit like that, brother, you good. You're on the right track if you're able to do that. If you ain't on the right track and cannot do that yet, well, you got something to work on, something to look forward to as you get up to the bar, get up to that bar. Set your own standard, and your standard better not fucking be low than a motherfucker, and wrap yourself up. But we're gonna go back. We're gonna continue back where I was saying. This next question comes from the spiteful monkey. So the drink Sprite, and he's full, and it's a monkey. Spriteful monkey. That's where this question comes from. And the question is, how would you react if you went on a date and she constantly talks about how strong, independent, and doesn't need a man she is? How would I react? I'd walk the fuck out. Personally, I'd just walk the fuck out, dude. Like, I'm not here for that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't need to hear that shit. Okay, cool. You strong and independent, don't need a man. You clearly, why are you on this fucking date? You don't need a man. You don't need to date anybody. Don't need to do any of that shit. But you sitting here just yelling to the choir that nobody wants to fucking listen to. Nobody wants to hear. Walk the fuck out. It's spiteful monkey. If you came across this shit and you just sat there and listened to that shit and fed her ego, nigga, you already lost. You already lost that. You literally set the tone. You fucking walk the fuck away. Be like, you can politely say you have a good day and you walk off, or you can say nothing and walk the fuck off. Be like, I ain't here to hear all that shit. Goodbye. Don't hit her up ever again. Don't say anything. Block her if you need to. I would not listen to no shit like that. I would never hear no shit like that, bro. But I mean, I hear that shit from time to time, either just walking by, or of course there's like plenty of videos and shit like that. But ever on a date? Nah, bro. That's disrespectful at its highest fucking form, bro. Clearly, she don't respect you. Clearly, she don't respect your time. Clearly, she don't respect anything about you if she's saying this shit. She may think you cute or whatever it is, but cool. What, it's just a date just to get her rocks off? Is that all it is? Well, clearly you just made his dick soft. And he out. And if he really don't care and he just want to fuck and you gonna give him that opportunity to, shit, well, that's yo bad. That's yo bad, and you need to really work on yourself, lady. That's some bad shit. Fellas, do not let anybody do this to you, especially on a date. If you hear any of your friends saying this, girlfriends, nigga, check that shit. If y'all friends or even best friends, check that shit right then and there and be like, shut the fuck up. What the fuck you talking about? The fuck you checking like that? Who gives a fuck? You clearly is single as fuck. Like, literally reel into him, man. Your friend, best friend, reel into him. Get into him. Check they shit. Check their ego. Bring them back down a notch. Bet you anything to turn them on. Bet you anything to turn them on, especially if you do it right. Show them what real masculine energy is, bro. But if you a little simp and you try to do that shit, it ain't gonna work. She just gonna fucking dog your ass, bro. She gonna dog your ass. I'm telling you, bro. You better be careful, bro. There's some women that are just real tough with it, so you better be able to back it up. But be careful. They might try to swing depending on how tough it is. Like, especially if it's like a New York motherfucker. Oh man, you just walk away. Just be like, man, but don't back down. Don't back down. Don't let them swing. Press charges, nigga. Press charges. Call the cops if you need to. If it really gets that physical or some shit like that, just don't swing and hit it. But there be some men who are ready for that thing. Equal rights, equal lefts. There's a lot of them out there that just be waiting for that shit. So just be careful, ladies. Do not get shit twisted. Be careful. You do not understand the wrath of a fucking man. Do not test that fucking button. Especially if it's a real motherfucker. But spiteful monkey. Hopefully that answers your motherfucking question. 1, 2, 3, number 5. Oh my fucking god. Hopefully that answers your motherfucking question, bro, because we just gonna move right on to the next one. Next question comes from the FBI fruit cult. Yes, fruit cult. I bet you anything they couldn't put the name because they couldn't put an S. They definitely couldn't put an S, so they had to put a C. I bet you anything. Because I'm just saying it the way, yeah, that's because it's CLUT. yeah, I'm pretty sure they couldn't do it, so that's why. But anyways, their question is, how can I find myself a good man? Yeah, it's definitely a fucking girl, bro. I told you they couldn't put an S, bro. It was too easy. They couldn't put a fucking S. How can I find myself a good man? They are nowhere to be found. Me and my girls are struggling to find a good man out here. Oh my fucking god. It's too easy with these names, bro. Oh my god. All right, how to find yourself a good man. Oh, I'm right here. Oh man, no, you couldn't handle me. You couldn't fucking handle me. Good man. Let's see where to find them. They all over the place. Good men are all over the place. But the thing is just there's just too many motherfucking soft ass men. There's too many feminized men out here. There's way too many of them. Not too many of them have any type of masculine presence to them. They too goddamn soft. They just like, you're gonna stomp all over them. Like, there's a lot of good men out here, a lot of good-hearted men and shit like that you may be looking for, but they just don't interest you at all, in the slightest. All the guys that are probably either in your DMs, the guys that you walk by and the daily, the ones that try to holler at you, whatever it may be at that time, they don't interest you at all. You either get upset or some shit like that. I don't know how you are, the way you act, the way you carry yourself could either say a lot on why you can't find yourself a good man. You and your friends, you and your girlfriends. But yeah, the good men are out here. There's just the men that you want, the standard that you have, wherever that might be, which most women's standards, most girls' standards are fucking through the roof. And I'm talking in generalities. Let me make that clear, people who listen to me. I have constantly talked in generalities. I don't give a fuck about the exception to the rule. I acknowledge that they exist, but I don't talk about them. That's like bringing a celebrity up, and when talking about a celebrity versus the millions to hundreds of millions of people in the United States versus just a few thousand, that's the exception. You have the majority, bro. We talk about the majority. And when I'm talking about the majority of women have extremely high standards. Rightfully so, because you're trying to go for that long-term security, the provisioning that you're looking for, which is completely understandable. I know this. It's just like, we accept that shit. It's just a lot of guys aren't gonna meet those metrics. The ones that don't want you, and that's the issue. And why don't they want you? Well, take a look at the mirror and see what's wrong with you. If you clearly don't see anything that's wrong with you and what you need to work on, well, clearly you're delusional, and there's a lot to work on, and the guy's just not gonna say it. A real motherfucker is going to check you and actually say what you need to work on, but you're not gonna like that. You're gonna probably say they're misogynist, sexist, or anything else like that. Like, you're probably even yelling at me about that shit right now, but I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to answer your question. You're the one who asked me it, and I'm gonna give you my opinion, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on this whole situation, you and your girlfriends. And it's unfortunate for a lot of girls, because there's a lot of great ladies. There's a lot of great ladies out here. A lot of them. There's a lot of good men out here, but there's a lot of good men who are too feminine. There's a lot of good ladies that are too masculine. Excuse me. And the reason why is because the girls had to pick up that slack that the fellas was fucking lacking, and that sucks. But the thing is, the ones that hold the power, the motherfucking top percent, they hold all the power. You want to try to have them just be with you, monogamous or anything like that, they're not going to. You got to understand, it comes with that territory. It comes with that territory. If they're great looking, very socially active, they have the money, they're able to do all the fun things you like to do, be able to travel, or whatever it may be the case, it comes with that territory. Just know that, acknowledge it. You don't have, like, you could accept it, or you cannot accept it and continue to complain about not being any good man out here. Either lower your standards or get with the program. That's really what it comes down to, because it's just only gonna get worse. It's just only gonna get worse. The dating scene is just only gonna get worse in the next 10 years. Oh man, it's gonna be fucking hell in the next 10 years. Oh my God, I don't know what's gonna, I mean, unless a nuke goes off and shit like that and it resets everything, but you know, that's just worst case scenario. But we don't want that. We don't want that. We want to prosper, live long, prosper, you know, but you know, there's a lot of motherfucking just suck ass dudes, bro. We just like me, man. It's just stay sucker free in a world full of lollipops. That's my quote right there for you. Stay sucker free in a world full of lollipops. That's what I've been fucking doing. It's like I'm not gay or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. It's just there's a lot of motherfucking dudes that just they some suckers. Like you could easily fucking tell. Like you a sucker, nigga. Like what the fuck? Shut the fuck up. Too many of them. Too many of them. And to weed out everything, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Like shit like that. It's like that whole analogy. Just, you gotta pick right. You gotta vet them right. Ask the correct questions. That's how you could find yourself a good man. If they're indecisive, if they cannot make a plan, if they cannot formulate a plan, they cannot do anything, they're always asking for your input or your opinion on shit, clearly he's not somebody for you, because he can't make his own direction. He can't give you a direction for you to follow behind. It's not somebody you clearly want, because you've been avoiding them at this point. So hopefully you can make a better judgment at that. And guys, you need to be able to have that judgment. You have to be able to have a strong, firm judgment, something that's unshakable, unmovable. You could take some, listen to what they may have to say, and then if you want to take it into account and like add that to your plan as like an added benefit, you can do that. But if you feel like it's not logically sound or it's not going to make the outcome better, you don't have to do it. You can plant your fucking foot and keep fucking going. Keep doing it what you're doing. You can have her follow your lead. That's what she wants to do. You take the fucking lead and she will follow. She will like that. She will think that's sexy. She will think that's fucking hot. It will see. She will show you that she's into you. Like, you know when a woman likes you. You know when she's fucking into you. It is clear as day. If you've ever had it before, you know what it's like. If you ever had it when you were younger, like in high school or middle school, and you've seen what that was like, it's like that, but it's just tenfold when you're older, because you're able to do a lot more shit. You're older, you're old enough, you're able to do a lot more shit, and it's just like, bam, it just explodes. Like, you could see that shit. And if you haven't had it in a while and you're missing that, you're desperate for it, you better stop being desperate for it. You need to work on yourself first, because you're not gonna find happiness in women. You're not gonna find that. That's a thirst you're never gonna quench. That's unsatiable, bro. You will never find that satisfaction. Your satisfaction is in the shit that you could create, the shit that you can do, the success you make, and the fucking connections and networking you are able to do. That will give you the satisfaction, because that's proven to you. You know what you are about. You know what you ever made, man. You will be self-made, and that's what you want to be. Come on now. Come on now. I know y'all listen to my podcast. I say a lot of quotable shit. I be getting hit with the shit. I'll be like, yo, I remember saying some shit like that. I get hit with some quotable shit all the time. That shit I'll be saying. I know the fucking thing about the whole stay sucker free out of world full of lollipops is definitely gonna be the next one. Bruh. If you don't notice progress in life because you're always raising the bar, bro, come on now. Once you meet that goal, get to the next one. You'll notice that progress. Come on now. And that's another thing, like, you live in the future, you're just gonna have nothing but anxiety. You live in the fucking future, you're just gonna have nothing but anxiety. You don't wanna have that. But if you live in the past, you're just gonna be depressed. You're just gonna be fucking depressed if you just live in the past. And be like, oh, I've been through that, I wanna go back, and I'm sad, or especially if it's like some traumatic shit, you're just gonna be fucking depressed. Don't live in the past. The best thing to do is to live in the moment. Be happy. about that you're alive, you're waking up, you're able to make that progression. You're able to keep moving. You are able to keep making your life better. Keep bringing in things that make you happy. Keep being around people that make you happy. But the best thing to do is get around people that are doing the right thing, not the same old bullshit. That's not gonna give me anything. If you're not progressing, they not progressing. But if you start to progress and they're not progressing, you're still around that. You're not surrounding yourself around people that are progressing. You're gonna fall back because it's something comfortable. You gotta get uncomfortable. Gotta get uncomfortable. Holy shit, I keep talking. Keep rambling on. But that's what we like. That's what this podcast is about. I mean, this podcast is about everything. It don't really matter. I even said in the beginning, this podcast is about anything that I want to talk about, any type of topic I want to talk about, except for I mean, I might bring it out just because it's on, because I fuck with the World Cup. I know I said I will not talk about sports, mainly football. Because it started way too many fights. I mean, any type of sport will cause any type of fight, but sports, religion, and anything political. Sometimes I may mention some things just because. Oh, speaking of fucking. Oh wait. I will wait, man. I should have said that in a quick biz, but I said I'll say it really quick. That whole Brittany Griner whatever thing. I know I talked about that before, but then I found out some other shit. Yeah, no, this was the dumbest trade the United States has ever did for that fucking Merchant of Death. That was stupid. That was the dumbest fucking thing, and that's my take on it. I think that's fucking retarded that the United States did. That's so dumb, dude. But back to the regular scheduled program. That's all I gotta say about that. Fucking dumb. I don't care if you hate me for that or want to click it off. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. But that's just the dumbest fucking thing. And if you really understand what's going on, you understand that what I'm talking about. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, depression and living in the moment. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, live in the fucking moment, brother. Live in the fucking moment. Ladies and gentlemen, live in the moment. If you ain't living in the moment, you're not gonna be happy. Not gonna be happy that you're alive. You're not gonna be happy with all the things that you're taking in. I understand the shit that you went through in the past, but you gotta move. You gotta be able to move past that. Come on, baby. You gotta be able to move past that, girl. Come on. Let's start to make that next. Let's start making that next step. Let's take that step. If you need help with it, I got you. Let's take that next step. Let's move past that shit. Fuck what happened back then. It's no longer you. Let's go. Let's go. Take my hand. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take us the right way. Help you in the direction. I got you. Got you. I know you're gonna be listening to this. I got you. Was that from? Oh yeah, the FBI fruit slut is what it really supposed to be. But it says cult. But okay. You and your girls, yeah, y'all need to do your thing, man. Y'all need to do the right thing. Either you need to get some new girlfriends because maybe they might be holding you back from finding a good man, because we would, like I said earlier, if we see something we do not like, we're not going to pursue you. We're not going to take you seriously. We could be a good man, but we're not going to take you seriously because you weren't really looking at your own actions. That like it gives you it paints you in a bad light. Like it's judging a book off its cover. Absolutely. Women do it all the time. Like I said, they will write you off. Your shoes don't match with your fit, your hair looking like your teeth is snaggletooth, all that shit. Write you off right then and there. You could have been the best man in the fucking world. But because of that, bam, you just got written off. And she don't even fucking know. That's what I mean. That's the way to put it. That's the vice versa. That's, you just getting yourself written off just like then and that. Because there's a lot of good men out here, but there's a lot of suckers out here. A lot of soft ass dudes, a lot of too many masculine women. Y'all, gotta be able to get back into your feminine. Gotta get back into the feminist movement is some bullshit, bro. Man, it's some bullshit. Like there are. Never mind. I'm just not even gonna get into that shit. Fuck that. We gonna move on from this question. Fuck it. Next question comes from 1, 2, 3. Yes, literally 1, 2, 3. 1, the name, 2 spelled out, and then the number 3. 1, 2, 3. And they ask, their question is, I want to move to Korea to see what the dating scene is like. What do you think I should do when I'm out there? Why are you asking me this shit? Ask somebody who's in Korea. I ain't been to Korea. I would like to go to Seoul. one time for the one time, see what it's like, because I know it's a very advanced society out there, technology wise. I would like to see it. I know they have a lot of beautiful fucking Korean women out there too, but I don't fucking know. I've never been in fucking Korea. It's like, what the fuck? Why are you asking me this shit? What do you think I should do? Go consult with somebody who is out there already, if you have any friends, or maybe watch some videos on like the dating scene out there, see what it's like. But why are you moving to Korea to go date? Like, are you just that upset about the United States? I don't know where you are. It seems like you might be going to you probably, I'm just kind of guessing honestly. And it kind of seems like you're in the United States and you just want to go Korea to, you know, find a better woman or some shit like that. Like, if you're really just going there to just go find women, it's just like, dude, you aren't even happy with whatever it is. If you are very successful or whatever it is, and you have everything you need, you just need to find a good woman, you can't find it out here, okay. I guess, dude, do what you want. But at the same time, were you really even trying? Where were you really looking? Like, if you going on like, you going to the clubs or whatever it is, or where the fuck you might go. Like, you got a low chance, but at the same time, you never fucking know. Find her if you went to college, maybe go to college and maybe you'll find a girl out there. It's just there's a lot of good women out here, but it just all depends on what you're looking for, bro. But just to go to Korea and see what the dating scene is like. I would say go to Korea and actually see what Korea's like and just enjoy Korea. And if you want to date out there at the same time while you're out there, depending on how long you're going, well, you said you're about to move out there, so you're gonna be out there. First, enjoy Korea for what it is. Learn the culture, learn Korean first of all, because I'm pretty sure if you only speak English and you don't know Korean, you're gonna have that language barrier, and that's gonna probably write you off as well. I don't know if you're African American. If you are African American, they are definitely gonna fucking love you, but at the same time, they're probably not gonna take you seriously and shit like that, just because African Americans have a bad rep all over the fucking world. It's fucking ridiculous, especially with racism with the Oriental group. Like, dude, it's fucking bad. Like, be fucking careful. Like, they hate us, but they love it. Like, they hate us and they love us at the same time. The women like love us, but then at the same time they can't because their fathers fucking hate us. Like, it's like one of those fucking things. So be careful, but enjoy Korea for what it is, dude. Do what you need to do, but at the same time, bro, you also could be sounding like a little bitch at the same time, running away. You're probably not like, I don't know, I'm just gonna go off of what I'm based off this fucking question, dude. You probably aren't good at looking enough. You probably don't know how to fucking talk to women. You probably you're very socially awkward, you know, just one of those types of dudes. You just kind of just wallflowering wherever the fuck you go and let other people speak for you and stuff like that. You have no bass in your voice. Your voice doesn't carry when you're having conversations with multiple people, to where if you're talking in a loud setting, you still can't hear your own voice 3-4 people over or some shit like that, because you don't talk with any type of like tone to your, like, come on now. There's a lot that goes into it, and it sounds like you need some work, and you should not move to Korea unless you're going for like a business reason, but clearly you're not. You're going for dating, so that's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, I'll just move on from it. We're jumping to the next question. Next question comes from Joe Unleashed. Joe Unleashed or some shit like. I am sorry, I am butchering your name, because this shit I have no. Joe. Yo, this name is fucking terrible, bro. Oh my god. I'm gonna just go Joel Unleashed. Yeah, I'm gonna call you that. I'm gonna call you Joe Unleashed. Joel Unleashed. That's what I'm calling you. Your question is, I really appreciate your takes on a lot of these topics and questions and answers that you do on your podcast. Appreciate another avid listener. I mean, that's what a lot of these questions come from, a lot of avid listeners. I appreciate it. My question is, what made you want to learn so much, and how come women like to have high standards but don't want to be held to a standard? Ooh, okay. Oh, he hit me with the fucking hard ones. All right, shit. Ooh, okay. Let me read that back one more time for the audience, if y'all, in case y'all missed that. His question is, my question is, what made you want to learn so much, and how come women like to have high standards but don't want to be held to a standard? Fuck, put me in the fucking spotlight over here. Let's go. I like this. I like this. These fucking questions. Let's go. What made me want to learn so much is because I don't want to be a dumbass. I like to act stupid, but I'm not stupid. I like to have fun. I like to clown around. I like to just be fun with that shit and just act like it, but just not really be stupid. Actually, I'm very, very intelligent, very, very knowledgeable on a lot of fucking, like a multitude of fucking topics, dude. Like, I wanted to expand my vocabulary. I wanted to understand things. I wanted to see, I like how things work. I want to know how things work. I like to know things. When I don't know something, I go and learn it. I would like to go and learn it. Let me see how it works. And if it's just like, if it's not for me, depending on what it is, it's just like, okay, it's not for me, you know, at least I have some general base knowledge on it, just so in case it ever comes back up in my life or wherever, it's cool. And if it does come back up and like things have changed, it's like, okay, let me go relearn it just a little bit. That's really about it. Like I like to keep shit fresh, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what made me want to learn. Yeah, that's really it. It's just I wanted to better myself. I wanted to be better. I wanted to grow up to the man that I wanted to be. That's really what it is. It just comes down to that portion, that part. Of course, a lot of other things is just like a lot of people that I looked up to and that I idolized and I wanted to be like them type shit that like also gave me the motivation. But in order to get there, I had to learn things. I had to learn stuff. So that's like a lot of like, it's just a culmination of a lot of things, just kind of what added to me wanting to learn things. To answer that question. Now the fucking other question. How come women like to have high standards but don't like to be held to a standard? Because they want to have their cake and eat it too. It's really about it. It's just have their cake, have all the authority with no responsibility is what that kind of comes down to. Yep, you could have the highest of highest authority, like standards, and it's just like cool, you could have those standards, but it's just like at the same time, it's just like you have to be held to a standard yourself. If you want to get with a man, you got to realize he has standards, he has boundaries, and if you aren't going to meet those, you cannot get mad when you clearly have the exact same thing. You can't meet his, but then you want to shame him for either having being shallow, low dick energy, or whatever the fuck it is, because you can't meet that because you decided to go down a route in your own life that made you not meet his requirements. So you decide to bash him. That's your own fault. That's your own fault. Cool. Don't clown. Don't get mad. It's just it is what it is. That's what life is about. You may be like, oh, I feel like it doesn't need to be like that. Just realize what you are just said. You said, I feel like it shouldn't be like that. I feel should, could, and would ain't gonna be it. It's what is. It is what is, and it will always be. Especially if you have the high standards of the standards you are talking about and you're trying to get with that dude, realize that same dude with the high standards is going to have fucking standards. And if you don't meet that fucking requisite, like prerequisite, even the prerequisite, not even the fucking recommendations and all that other shit. If you can't even meet the prerequisite and you get mad, man, that's your own ass, bro. They want to have their cake and eat it too. Want to have their cake and eat it too. They'll get mad at you. Just understand that you're gonna get bashed, but at the same time, if you have that presence, that masculinity, you have that authority, you are a self-made millionaire, whatever the fuck it may be, you make over 6 figures and you're 6 feet tall, whatever it is it might be. If you ain't even 6 feet tall, but you got everything else, just know what you can and cannot command. And you better not bend, you better not fucking fold. It is what it is. It's your way or the fucking highway, brother. That's what I would say. You worked your fucking ass off, you think you're gonna let somebody tell you what the fuck to do? The fuck? Fuck out of here with that shit. Nah, man. Fuck out of here with that shit. And for my ladies, You getting mad listening to this, or you cut it off already? Maybe if you didn't cut it off on the other fucking questions, I already answered it. But you made it this fucking far and you getting mad at me for answering it the way I am. Telling guys to do this shit. Don't get mad. Like I said, there's a lot of suckers in this bitch. And these are motherfucking suckers that I'm trying to bring up so they no longer the suckers, so they can be the man that you trying to get to. Trying to help your ass out. Shut your ass up. That's all I gotta say. Come on now. Gotta make men men now. Bring boys to men. Boys to men. ABC, BBB. Oh my God, like, come on, brother. Like, we gotta be able to hold yourself accountable. Accountability is like an allergic reaction to the girls at this point. Can't be held accountable for shit. Don't want responsibility for nothing. Just be able to live their life and not have to worry about the consequences of their own actions. Very fine, beautiful women out here, but if you try to fucking hold them to a fucking standard, or the guy, whatever it is, they ain't gonna bash his ass or shit like that. Or they'll get in line and be like, yeah, I'll accept it. I understand where I'm at. I just like, this is the guy I want. I want to do what I love and stuff like that. It's understandable. But then there's other girls who will bash her for that shit. Call her, be like, oh, are you his slave, his dog, things like that. Try to bash her for something that she wanted, that she actually liked and actually came to love herself. But then girls want to bash her for that shit. That's wrong. I personally think that's wrong. They shouldn't do that, but it is. It's literally girls are the ones who are most critical of other girls. It's not the guys. Not the guys. They say, oh, men are always this and that. Now, really and truly, it's just the girls who are the ones that are really criticizing you. You got, it's the majority. It's majority women than it is guys. The guys that are fucking doing that are probably the ones that are just in the ones that like nobody fucking wants. Those really feminine baby back bitch fucking men that nobody fucking wants. So it's just ugly as fuck. Looking like Quasimodo talking about I deserve a fucking 10 type shit. Like, come on now. Yeah, Joel Unleashed. Yeah, bro. That's what I gotta say, bro. This is, it just is what it is. It's just part of the dating scene now, especially the 2000, and with 2020, as we go further, it's going to get worse. You could either complain about it, or you could accept it and move yourself up the ladder so you don't have to worry about that shit. That's what I say. For all you men listening, I say move yourself up the ladder so you don't have to worry about shit like that. Really, so you don't have to worry about shit like that. And you will understand once you get to that level. You'll be like, I ain't gotta worry about that shit. They ask you why or try to answer them, like, bitch, I ain't gotta fucking tell you shit. You know where you stand. You know what your lifestyle is. You know where you at. You know what you worked hard for. Come on now. Keep yourself moving. Let's do it. Next question comes from Bambi is burnt. Damn, Bambi got burnt, bro. Shit. I mean, what kind of burnt? What kind of burnt? Like, you in some fire, like got burnt, like, hey. Excuse me. Oof. I know you all up in your ear. You probably had to be like, ah, shit, you just sneeze in my ear, bro. That was too goddamn graphic. I didn't want to hear all that. But their question is, what made you warn? Oh shit, no. What would you warn your son or daughter about in the dating scene in the US? Well, if it's my son, I would let him know exactly what I'd be telling y'all. Exactly what I'd be telling y'all, but also make sure he on the right track. He needs to work on himself. He's not gonna find happiness in trying to find women and catching tail all the time and just trying to fuck and try to see, you know, who could get the best and shit like that. That's not gonna find him happiness. Finding real happiness is really working on himself, being happy with himself. Not no gay shit. I'm talking about him growing and actually finding what he loves to do, and like his hobbies is what I'm talking about. Not no like, oh, you need to be happy and free. Not that bullshit. Fuck no, bro. I'm gonna make sure he is bowling, biking, scootering, skateboarding, archery, shit like that, and get into fucking medieval shit like cannons, Batman, all that shit. Like, find the shit you love to do, what you would like to grow and, you know, become, as he gets older, from kid to, you know, teen or whatever it is, find his passion and what he likes to do, whether that be with computers, whether that be with in the medical field, if he wants to go into the medical field, if he wants to go into construction or design, coding, anything like that. Find that passion you would like to do. I say focus on that. But while you're also doing that, make sure you're working in the gym. Make sure you, of course, getting your finances right. Make sure you also going out and make sure you're being very social. Talk to different people. Become very socially aware. Date around here and there when you do have the time, but do not make that shit your main focus. Your main focus is you and everything else that you're trying to create to better yourself and your future for your kids. That's what I would do to my son. Now, for my daughter, I would let her know that with the standards that, of course, I'm pretty much setting a standard for her, like what you're gonna need to go for your bare minimum. Unfortunately, that standard is gonna be fucking hot for a lot of you motherfuckers. So my daughter is gonna be kind of ruined. It kind of sucks, but at the same time, I would tell her that, look, as you get older, you're going to find yourself, into a lot of situations with dating and men, and just know you got to be able to weed yourself out from the fuckboys. Since I'm going to be involved with a lot of that, to be able to, you know, give you that okay or no okay, like shit like that, I got to be able to vet them for you. Because if I'm still alive and you want to have this man like try to marry you or some shit like that, I got to be able to see this nigga. I got to see if he's right for you. I gotta make sure he's financially set, make sure he's doing the right thing, that he's gonna be right for you. If he's one of the dudes that, say if he's like me, he's already up there, made himself like self-made millionaire or whatever the fuck he is, 6-figure earner, whatever he is, doing right, has his own place, car, this, that, and the third, he's a family oriented dude or anything like that, I would let her know, I'm like, look, this is what comes with this type of territory. You either accept it or you lower your standards to somebody who isn't going to possibly step out on you, because cheating is a big fucking thing. If you don't like him going out, you just, and like possibly fucking other girls of your knowledge or without your knowledge, just know that's what comes with that territory. Some people are probably listening to like, that's fucking terrible. Why would you tell your daughter? I'm making her aware of the fucking situation and how men move. That's what I'm doing. I am warning her about what life is going to be. This is going to be fucking 2030, 2040, whatever the fuck it's going to be. I'm trying to let her know to protect her own heart and her own interests. That's what I'm doing. Fuck what your feelings are. It's my fucking daughter. Even though this is all hypothetical and it is whatever it is, this is how I'm gonna make sure. The father figure is the biggest fucking influence in a fucking child's life. If you do not have that father figure, it is going to be fucking detrimental. It has already been proven that, 70-80% of all criminals, rapists, and all that other shit come from a single mother household. It is already statistically proven. You could go look this shit up. There's a reason why. There's a saying that says fathers keep sons out of jail and daughters off stripper poles. That's one of the biggest fucking things. When you have a very masculine fucking father that is going to give you real direction, that is a part of your life, that's what's going to fucking happen. They could still choose to do whatever they want in their life. They still have that direction, but I'm going to let her know to be aware of what the situation is going to be at the end of the fucking day. She could take it and apply it to what her life is and what her dating scene is going to be like, or she could just be like, okay, dad, I hear you, this, that, and the third, and go do whatever the fuck she is, whatever she want. I'm not controlling her. I'm just letting her know what the fuck it is. I'm just giving her the knowledge so she could have it available at any point in time. If she wants to come back and let me know, like ask me, that, like, could you repeat what I said back when I was younger or some shit? Like, of course, I would gladly do that shit. Same with my son. I will do that exact same shit. That's just for the fucking US. You go outside the US, man, you better be careful. You can't do this shit that you be doing in the fucking United States anywhere else. It ain't like that. If it's not a first world country like that, it's gonna be the US that has like feminism on the rise and shit like that. Like if it ain't like that, like if you try to do this shit in China, you try to do this shit in fucking Middle East, you try to do this shit in Africa, bruh, you are fucked. Best believe you about to, damn sure in the Middle East, you about to possibly die. Like be careful. Like don't do that shit. Don't even go towards the Middle East. If you're not like, my people from around the fucking world, you know what I'm talking about. People from Germany, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. The man's the man, the woman's the woman. Like there is roles that each person plays, and they know. The people who don't know are Americans. Ignorance is bliss. When you don't have the knowledge about it, if you don't know about it, of course you're not gonna fucking understand what's going on with the rest of the world, because you're just so focused on what's going on here, which is understandable. All we care about is here. But still, when you're gonna go travel around the world, but you don't know about laws and the way people act, like that could fucking get you in trouble. Be careful. Be careful. But to answer your question, Bambi is burnt. Hopefully that answers your question. What I just said about warn my son and daughter. I'm warning them about what's gonna be. Like my son, I would warn him about everything. Give him more knowledge, of course, than what my daughter is gonna get. Way more, because there's more of a burden of performance on him there is on her. Real talk. There's more burden of performance. That's why men have the highest suicide rates. It's a reason why. Clear as day, bro. Let him know. Keep him alive. Keep him pushing. Make him like me, but better. Much better. Much better. Excuse me. Moving on to the next question. This comes from Lance Caliber. And Lance Caliber's question. Holy shit, there's so many fucking questions. I told you guys there's gonna be so many questions. This is gonna be me just rambling on answering these questions. I told you I just took a bunch of them and just put it here. We still got a bunch of other shit to talk about, which we going to. I'm gonna talk about it. Shit that I have, but Lance Caliber's question is, when you hear someone says she's out of your league, what does that mean? Okay, that means one of your boys came and you were like, hey, I'm gonna go try to talk to this girl, whatever it is, and your boy either put his arm around you or told her, like, hey, no, bro, don't do it. She's out of your fucking league. Meaning your boy is actually trying to help you out by saying that you cannot be able to support that woman. You will not be able to give her what she wants. Meaning like her standards are here, and he probably understands that, but most of the time he probably don't. It just all depends on where they're at. Like if it's like a little like a, you know, middle school, high school, whatever it is, somebody who's just getting a dating scene, who really doesn't know shit, whatever it might be, it's just they go based off looks. Everybody judges book by its cover. They just go based off the looks. If the girl's just super fine as shit, they'll just be like, yeah, man, she's out of your league. You're never gonna bag that fucking 10. You're never gonna bag that 9. You're not gonna do that. She's out of your league. Go to somebody who's more like a 5 or 6. Somebody who's more in the average area. Go for something like that. That's what they're mainly meaning. But real talk, it would be more so if somebody like in your 20s, 30s were like, yeah, she out of your league. Don't go for her. Or she's bad as shit. That more so comes from, yeah, you're not gonna be able to support her from where you're at financially or where you may be at where in your life. That's probably what it means, especially if it's your boy. If it's your brother and he knows how you are and where you at and shit like that, because you tell him shit and you know you guys always hang out, so he sees your environment that you're in, he's probably trying to help you out at the same time. Like, so that's what I believe. That's what that means. And actually not believe. That's what I know that means. That's what I know that means, honestly. That's why I said knowledge is power, brother. You gotta know what this shit means. You gotta know what all this shit means. Because if you don't, you're just gonna be, man. Because what hurts more? What hurts more? A punch you saw coming or a punch you didn't see coming? Which one hurts more? Really think about it. I'll give you 5 seconds while I continue to talk. Yeah, the answer's easy. It's the one that you didn't see coming. That one's gonna hurt the most. The ones you do see, you can anticipate it. You can prepare yourself. You could be like, okay, you could go up for the guard. You could give yourself like that one of like the little faces. If you see a punch actually coming, like like literally, if you literally see this shit coming, like it's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna hurt as much. The one you don't fucking see coming is the one that's like, fuck, knock your bitch ass out. You fucking passed out. Like, damn. That shit got your ass. That shit hurted. Like, real talk. Like, that's what it's gonna come down to. Like, that's the difference between the two. One that you could put your guard up against, one that you could anticipate coming because you see it, because you knew it was gonna come, or one that you did not see, and this motherfucker just did a John Jones backspin elbow on your ass. Like, bam. That's what most girls doing. They stomping on your ass, bro. They give you the curb stomp of your life that you didn't see fucking coming. Now you heartbroken and you saying you want to jump from a 60,000 foot building. There's no such thing as a 60,000 foot building, but that's too goddamn high. There's nothing in the world that's that high. It's not even Everest is that high. What is it? Everest is what now? 29,000 something feet, or did it? Because it grows every year. I don't know what it's at now. I don't know if it broke 30,000. I don't know, or is it 32,000? I don't know. It's either 29 or 32. It's one of the two. That's what Everest was. Or what was Mount Olympus? That's the one on Mars. That one's like double Everest, I think it was. Like 60-some thousand or more. I don't know. I could Google it right now, but I'm not going to. More you know. Lance Caliber, hopefully that answers your question about what does it mean when you hear she's out of your league, when someone says she's out of your league. Hey, it could also be a girl saying that shit too. Same thing. She may see where you're at and is trying to like help you out. Also, she could be saying that because maybe she likes you and just wants you all to herself. You know, it all comes down to what the whole situation is at the same time. But yeah, like, when does that really happen? When does that happen? Like I said, exceptions don't make the rules. Next question comes from Max Sauce Tiger or Tigger. I'm pretty sure it's probably Tigger, honestly. There's a reason. It's the internet. It's the internet. So these names, like, come on now. His question or her question is, do you think the dating scene will get better, or will you think it gets worse as time goes on? As I previously stated, it's going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And honestly, it's going to get worse for both genders, both men and women. Do I see a change coming? No. Don't really see a real change coming. It's too late. It's too far gone. It's too far gone. There's nothing that's going to stop it. It's just going to get worse. It's going to get a lot worse. As more men become just feminized and it's just sexless, it's gonna just spark up the sex industry even more. The only thing that's going to destroy that is once they build the sex robots, and that's just like literally once they get something that's going to be in comparison like you see in like what is it, Guardians of the Galaxy or whatever it is, or like something that could actually be like that, like humanoid and like feel like that and be able to talk and do all this shit that's like more human like. Oh yeah, you guys, women are fucked at that point 100%. There's no going back at that. But at the same time, it's just like they could do the same thing. They could have men robots that will do that shit, but then it's just like, it's not, I don't know if it's gonna be the same because an emotional connection to a robot. I don't know. I mean, there was a dude that fucking years back who married his computer, made it his wife. There was definitely a couple of instances like that, but even still, those were those rare exceptions. It was I think it was some Japanese man, some crazy, it was either Japanese or Chinese. It was something like that. Years back. You can literally go back and Google this shit. There's stories about this. Reason why it stuck with me is just because it was like one of those weird things that I learned when I was younger. It was like, why? This is stupid. Why the fuck? And I don't know why. It's just why that stuck. And it's just a weird fact that just always stuck with me. Because it was just so like back then it was so unorthodox. It was just like, what the fuck? Like, you kidding me? You married a computer, just components, metal, plastic, gold, iron, copper. You married this? Oh, you're crazy, bro. Crazy. I mean, it's just gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse. Dating scene is not gonna get better. That's why it just comes down to both genders really really coming to that understanding. It's more for the guys. Guys need to become more masculine. You guys really need to step your game up, bro. Really need to, because it inadvertently gave all the power to the top like 20% of men, mainly the top 10%. 20% is just being very generous. I was just kind of being generous, but it really gave all the power to all the top 10% of men that all the girls are chasing after, because they are at that standard, that they have the high standards, and at the same time with those standards, they have their standards and their boundaries, their priorities that they don't want to adhere to. So they bitch, complain, get upset, shit like that. That goes back to the question about the whole, what was it? Oh, being held to a standard. Kind of blanked out really quick. It just goes back to that. It goes back right to that. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, and it's not gonna get better. Do I wish it would get better? Nah, I don't care. It is what it is. Don't care. I'm living in the moment. I'm living my life. I'm living my life to succeed and get to where I need to go. And once I'm there, I'm gonna be like fucking Thanos, bro. I'm gonna sit out on whatever it is and watch the sunset as I smile. Bro, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. I don't give a fuck about it. Like, I acknowledge it. I know it's there, but I'm the one who's moving. I'm moving accordingly. I'm moving the way I need to. Are you? Are you in good hands? Allstate. Oh my god, that nigga. Oh my god. So next question comes from the Atomic John Ray. Atomic John Ray. Okay, John Ray. Atomic. He says, I go on a lot of dates, but the girl never wants to do anything after or come over after she leaves, and I don't get why that's happening. What should I do? John Ray. That means during the date that you are not interesting enough. You're failing to really attract and land her during the date. You're not as interesting as she thought. You probably talked too goddamn much. You said something that just turned her off. You're probably just a wallet to her, just somebody to just go out on dates on, and she's not sexually into you, not into you at all. She just thinks of you as a best friend or a brother. Like, goes back to our previous questions we had here. Like, what you should do is stop going on dates. One, stop talking to these women all the way. Ignore every single one that messaged you at this fucking point on. Literally ignore every single one. You may like going on a date. Why don't you take your own fucking self out on a single date? Just go out and enjoy your own fucking company. Why don't you get to know yourself? I don't really think you even know yourself. I don't know. I'm guessing. Go learn yourself. Figure out what you like. Make yourself more attractive. Make yourself more outgoing. Actually learn how to be more social. Learn what to say, what not to say. Not from the girls. Guys, if you're listening, do not ask the women for any type of fucking advice on other women. Go to other men that are actually out in the field doing the shit. The ones that are actually attracting girls that you see all the fucking time. The ones that are always pulling bitches left and right. Go to them. Actually, go to a real dating coach. The ones that can fucking teach this shit for a living. Read a fucking book on like intersexual dynamics and fucking the game and all that shit like that. You can learn some shit from there and then apply it. Go see if it actually works. Do that. That's what you should fucking do. Stop doing this shit. Stop giving them attention, because clearly they're not into you. You literally just said you go on a lot of dates. It just sounds like a lot of money you're spending and you shouldn't be spending. You should be fucking spending it on yourself. Come on now. Like, you gotta really dig in, brother. John Ray, Mr. Atomic John Ray. You don't get why that's happening? Well, it's because you really don't understand anything. You really don't understand these girls. Gotta be able to move accordingly. Once you see it, bro, like don't ask her. Don't go on any dinner dates, anything like that. Go for coffee. Coffee's fine. Go for small things like coffee. Go out on a date at a park or some shit, like something minimal, something extremely low. Coffee date is perfectly acceptable. She don't like it and is trying to give you to go somewhere to go get food. Don't do it. Stand your ground. If she don't like that, I mean, she ain't gonna do any shit. That means she wasn't really into you. Plan the date accordingly. You get something to eat at Starbucks. Shit, small little bagel or some shit like that. Einstein's. Shit. Get a donut Krispy Kreme or some shit like that. Do some minimal shit. Because that date right there, that small date right there, is you learning her, asking the right questions to see what she's actually into, see what direction she actually wants to go with you, and what she's looking for. That's where you actually apply all that. And when you actually get that information, the next date, you could step it up a little bit if you want to. But I say don't step it up just yet. Gauge whether she wants to see you more. Gauge whether she's actually interested in actually wanting to know you. Don't talk too much. Play fun with any questions she has, you know? Answer it, but don't really answer it. Leave it a mystery in a sense. Do what you need to do. Make sure when you're talking that you ain't bullshitting though. Make sure you can back that shit up, because at the end of the day, if she's gonna be around you more, she will see it later on down the road. So make sure you understand that. Make sure you're able to back it up. Can't back it up. Hey man. It's gonna be a turn off for her, and she's gonna leave you high and dry. You'll probably be back to where you're at now, and you don't want to be back to where you're at now. Okay? Okay, my man? Okay? All right. Oh my God, I miss doing that. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we have here Mr. Atomic John Ray. Oh, you over here struggling on dates? My man. Hey man, you ain't the only one who's dealing with some shit like that. It's not me. I'm not talking about myself. I ain't dealing with no shit like that. Never. Fuck no, I ain't dealing with that shit. The other guys, you know, the previous comments dealing with shit that you're going through. And there's a lot of guys dealing with a lot of shit that you're going through. Hey, we have our ups and downs. We have our moments. You know, I had mine back and, you know, get into the dating scene, just starting and shit like that. I had some early moments, but I had to learn. And with every single one that I was getting into, I was taking from and learning from those dates and know what was acceptable and what wasn't acceptable. And from there, that's where you could set your standard. Got to learn from every experience. So if you don't, that's your own fault. You ain't really learning. You ain't really applying. You ain't really working on yourself. Like a lot of people like the bullshit. I think I said that in my, like a couple of a few podcasts ago, where it's just like, oh, I'm working on myself, but really they ain't working on their fucking self. Really apply that shit. Really work on yourself. Get to know yourself. Know what you like and what you do not like, and what you can apply and what does not fly. Like I said, you know, if it don't apply, let it fly, brother. Don't apply, let it fly, bro. Hit it with that Fetty Wap, boss. Hit it with that shit, brother. Go ahead, man. And yeah, that's all I gotta say on this, Mr. Atomic John Way. That's all I gotta say on this shit. We are gonna move on to last question. We on the last question. You know shit. We here. And then we gotta get into the next sections. Last question comes from Janice Week. Janice Week is weak. Janice Week. That's what it is. This person comes from Janice Week. And their question is, how would someone who's socially awkward find love? That was fucking fantastic fucking question, honestly. Wow. So there's a lot of socially awkward motherfuckers out here. Guys and girls. But the thing is, girls that are socially awkward, if you're cute, if you're beautiful or whatever it is, you really ain't gotta worry about that shit, because the guy's still gonna pursue you no matter what. Unless you completely turn them off like left and right, but you're still gonna find somebody that's still gonna be attracted to you and still gonna get attention. For the guys, if you're socially awkward, you're not gonna get that attention. So you have a lot more to work on. So let me try to help you out. How someone who's socially awkward be able to find love? If you're socially awkward as a guy, how can you find love? Where would you need to start? First of all, you need to, of course I would love to say just stop being socially awkward. You have to learn it. You have to learn yourself out of being socially awkward. You have to become more sociable. The only way to do that is to actually go out. When you go out and you're putting gas in your tank, go into McDonald's, go into restaurants, movie theaters, every single person you come across when you go out, every single different person, Walmart's, Targets, go into banks, anything like that. You spark up a conversation. You see how well you could hold that conversation from just the questions you could ask. It could be basic questions of, you know, how are you doing? You know, how are things or whatever it is, the cashiers and shit like that. Just get used to being able to talk and then get louder as you talk as well. Not too loud to where it's like, yo, shut the fuck up, you yelling right now. Nothing like that. Just being able to have your voice draw attention to, it's like, okay, get louder, softer, you know, like kind of like gauge yourself, be able to get louder and kind of tone it down, drop some bass in your voice, be able to carry the conversation, keep it interesting, because you never know what's going to happen when you go high and low. It's all about the tone. It's just one of those things. It's one of those sauces. That takes a lot of work. You can't just learn that shit automatically. For the ones that know what I'm talking about, you've probably been listening to this podcast, and I've been doing it the entire fucking podcast. The entire podcast. You ain't even fucking know. Didn't even fucking know. If you made it this fucking far, there's a reason why you made it this far. Not because I'm just interested. I mean, there's a lot of factors, but there's another reason why. It's the hidden thing. It's the hidden thing that it's about tone of voice, being able to increase and decrease, no problem. And you got to be able to do that, no fucking problem. But it takes work. And for somebody who's socially awkward, that's going to take years to learn. It does take years to learn. It's not something you could just pick up. If you're one of those people who could learn things like that, like a snap of the fingers after just trying here and there, okay. You a little bit different, but you're the exception. You're not the rule. You're not the majority. So we'll leave you there. You do you. Take it and run with that shit if you're that socially awkward person that can do it. But most of you guys aren't. Guys, learn how to talk. Speak the fuck up. You know, talking on the game with your boys or whatever it is, that's not really you being social. That's not really you doing anything. It's not really a test. It's not a real test to real life. You got to be able to do that when you go to work, bro. Like if you just only to yourself, not really doing anything, you're not even just you talking to your coworkers, that too is a test automatically. If you're in sales, that's the best fucking form of being able to test your social aptitude. You being able to do that, because sales, you are forced to go and talk to people. That is the best fucking form. I recommend a lot of people to go into sales as like, if you're like growing up or whatever it is in like your teens and you're trying to get a job or whatever it is, even if you are having a hard time getting a job, go into sales. I recommend it. Go into sales. Not the door-to-door shit's even, oh my god, that's like a whole nother fucking level. If you're able to do the door-to-door things or even the cell phone thing, like the door-to-door is like that real, because it's the person to person, and that's you going to different people's doors, which is fucking terrifying in itself, because somebody might pull a gun and it's like, who the fuck are you? But I'm talking about you working at like a Best Buy, a clothing store like a Nike or anything like that, Victoria's Secret. I mean, a guy shouldn't really be working there unless you swing that way. But I'm talking about like the men, like you going into sales of that magnitude, or if you're one of those kiosk dude or one of those guys who like to clean the shoes, them niggas is the best. Those are the best guys. If you could learn that type of cadence, if you're socially awkward, like getting into it, that's of course like the biggest form. Like that, those guys that are like always like, hey man, let me clean your sneakers, and then they hit you with that joke while they cleaning your sneakers and shit like that. Like, you guys know what I'm fucking talking about. You try your best to avoid them and not give them eye contact when you're walking by. You guys know what I'm talking about, bro. I bet you ass is smiling and laughing right now because you know exactly what I'm talking about. Them niggas is annoying, but at the same time, they're the best at being able to be social, because you have to do it in order to get the sale. You have to do it in order to talk. You have to be able to sell yourself. That's what it comes down to. You have to be able to sell yourself. If you're not charismatic, if you don't have that charm, you don't have that charisma, that the sales industry will help you with that as a man. And if you work there and you're not really taking advantage of the actual long-term benefits it could give you, that is your fucking fault. That is your fault, because you are going to be terrible at networking later down the road because you don't know how to sell yourself and you do not know how to present anything. How are you going to sell your product if you're trying to be a businessman when you don't even know how to sell your own fucking self? You don't even know how to sell your own fucking product, bro. How are you going to fucking do that shit? That's the best form of it. Fuck, I'm hitting y'all with some fucking sauce. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, rate this shit 5 stars. Bruh, I am giving y'all some fucking sauce right now. It is December 14th, man. I will have this audio version of this goddamn podcast out to fucking night. Well, that depends if it renders fast enough, honestly. Damn, we've been going on for fucking 2 fucking hours. Holy fucking shit. Oh, man. Yeah, I will try to have this shit out 2 fucking night on the 14th. If not, it'll be uploaded in the morning on the 15th for the audio version for all y'all. You will see, you will get hit the bell icon. If you follow the podcast, you will get a notification that I've uploaded a new podcast, and you will understand everything I'm saying. I recommend, if you made it to this far of the podcast and you fucking appreciated everything I said, go ahead and leave a like, a comment. You can DM me, asking me some questions, or if you need some help in some shit. I'm a busy fucking dude. I'm gonna get to you when I can. Now, if you come on some bitch shit, bro, I'm gonna just dud your shit, bro. I'm gonna be like, bro, I don't even want to fucking help you because you seem helpless. You seem helpless. I would like to help you, but you really gotta come correct. You gotta come correct when you come to me. Come correct. My arms, my hands aren't always open for everybody, bro. But when you come correct and it's like, okay, I can see you genuinely want some help or some shit like that, would like some advice, some shit like that. Okay, we could definitely set something up. But my time is precious. I might charge you. Not everything in life is free. My time is precious to me. My shit is, man, we'll set something up. We'll see. I'll give you a price. I'll let you know. Be like a one-on-one consultation type of thing. Man, I could be shit. That'd be something I could work. Yeah, I could definitely do some shit like that. It really come down to it. If I get enough of them, I'm like, all right, y'all, here's the course. Sell you a course. Nah, I'd be more so one-on-one consultation. But you gotta be real with me. Gotta let me know. No hiding, no bullshit. Don't make up any excuses. You shut the fuck up. If I'm gonna tell you something, do not try to argue it. You shut the fuck up. You're the one who came to me. You're gonna continue to argue, complain, all this other bullshit, and try to say like, oh, I'm wrong. When I was like, okay, look where I'm at, look where you're at. We'll go from there. All right, we'll go from fucking there. But to go back, because I just got off on a whole nother fucking tangent. We like this. That's the part of the podcast. It's the content. It's the juiciness of this podcast. For somebody who's socially awkward, yes, go into sales. Get that repetition in. Learn it. Let it set in you. Let it become part of you. Learn that shit. Don't become no fucking disgusting salesman, though. Don't be one of them nasty ones. Don't be one of them. Just learn what it takes. Just learn that social cues and apply that to love, to go finding a girl. Because if you're socially awkward, she gonna see that shit. She gonna understand and be turned off and walk away from your ass if you go to a club. If you're at a club, or if you just going out, she's like, like you don't want that. But when you're socially aware and you can understand, if she does that, then it's like, okay, cool, I kind of fucked up. You could kind of come back to it if you're really good and make a joke and be like, okay, yeah, you were just fucking with her. But that kind of like, it's hard to be able to get yourself right out of that fucking hole. So it's just best to be able to keep yourself congruent throughout the whole type of way, like the whole conversation. Socially awkward. How should someone, just that's honestly how you got to be able to you got to work on your foundation. You got to be able to get the ingredients going first before you start pouring the cement. Yo, bro, I'm in with quotables, bro. Get the ingredients first before you get the ingredients and the materials first before you start pouring the cement. Let it solidify. Let it all mix together, bro. Let it churn up, man. Let it become part of you, and then pour the foundation. Let it be you at that point. And don't just, and foundations are always built upon something, but don't forget, it takes multiple pours in a foundation. When you're building a house or a building, it takes a lot of different pouring, a lot of different mixtures. Well, not a lot, and you want to make sure you have consistent mixtures. Not something that's different, because then you're structurally, it's the whole thing. If you know construction, you know what I'm fucking talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Like you got to be able to keep it congruent and just make sure you're strong. Sorry for slamming and shit like that. You got to make sure, bro. That's what will be able to make you, and then you can build yourself upon that. And then from everything else, when it comes to love and the girl, she moves in. That's what it happens. You build the fucking house. You build the fucking world for her. Well, sorry, not for her. You build the world for yourself, and she comes in at that point. That's what I mean. She moves in. That's what hey man, if you think I'm wrong, look at all the best success, all the most successful relationships. The ones that the guy actually went and built something. The ones that are actually out here doing their things, and then they found a lady that came into their life. They moved in, and their relationship's going strong. A lot of them, but thing is, there's not really too many successful relationships, but the ones that are, that's what happened. The guy who was the man in the relationship, the one who took the lead and was the leader all the time, can't fall back. If you do fall back, if you do fall back on something, you know, you kind of like get off your game for like a little bit, make sure if she's with you, you make sure you have your plan. You ain't gotta tell her. Just make sure you could be able to console her and be like, look, I know I've just been a little bit off my game for a bit, but I already have a plan. I'm already attacking it, and we be right back. You just say that. You just say that shit. If you don't have a plan, but you want to ease her mind, say that until you get a fucking plan. But you need to act fast. Act fast, because that shot clock for her is already starting to tick if some shit is going down and you already let it be known. That shot clock is going. You have a limited amount of time, and you need to get back on your game quick, brother. Quick. Jack knees weak. Hopefully that answers your motherfucking question, my man. That was the last question in the Q&A part of the podcast. Fuck, man, that was a lot of fucking talking, bro. A lot of fantastic questions. A lot of great engagement. I love doing this part because, you know, it like makes it more real. Just I'm keeping it straight from the jump. Told y'all I am. My people who have met me and know me, what you seeing is like literally what you gonna get, brother. What you meet, and it's like when you meet me, you're gonna be like, holy shit, this is a different kind of dude. It's like, who are you? I need to know. I'm interested. But at the same time, I'm looking at you. I'm gonna assess you too. It's like, if I'm really not gonna be fucking with you like that, I'm not gonna really give you anything. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna shake your hand very firmly too. I'm gonna give you that real shit. I'm like, hey, what's up? But anything else is just like, do I really need to like give you any type of attention or whatever it is? I'm gonna still be my same old person. I'm gonna still be my same old me and go do me. And you will see that, but you ain't gonna get any part of that. But you can understand what I'm talking about when you see it. If you do meet me. The ones that do meet me and the ones that do know me. I already know. We already here. We out here. But we're gonna move on to the next section of the podcast, which used to be the biggest section of the podcast, but I have not been able to keep up with it because my life has been too busy. We ain't got time to be playing them. And that is gaming, the gaming section of the podcast. Latest thing that happened, a couple things. I only have three really quick jobs. I'll talk about a couple of different things. God of War Ragnarok dropped. Fantastic game. Haven't played it, but I know a lot of people loved it. The Video Game Awards just passed not too long ago. It was a great show. I watched it. Of course, I knew the award show was just going to be like the Elden Ring, God of War, and Stray award show, which it kind of primarily was. There was Final Fantasy got an award, and I'm pretty sure, and Bayonetta got an award, but everything else, it was literally just that freaking type of thing. But which I already knew, like those were like the best games of the year, so that's why everybody kind of knew it was going to happen, especially Elden Ring. That one blew up so much, and then because it was so ridiculous, but it was also very unique and different, Stray, I believe I talked about it on a podcast. It's just literally a game of cats, and you just go through the story. Like I didn't play it, but I know a lot of people did, and there was a lot of memes about a fucking game of cats, and you were a fucking cat. if I had the time, I probably would have fucking played it. I'm not gonna lie, just to see what it was like. It was like, dude, I'm really a fucking cat. I'm out here, bro. Make a gang of cats out here, bro. We beating the motherfuckers up, bro. If you could have fought in that game too, like just to get, like have like a GTA cat simulator or some shit, like just get the fights with random cats, bro. That shit would have been lit. That should have been too fucking funny. That game probably would have got more awards if that shit would have happened too. But yeah, the Game Award came by. It was good. It was longer than normal just because, you know, you had COVID and you couldn't really have too many people in a place. It was like a cap limit. This one was fucking packed to the brim, bro. Ridiculous, but it was really good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Warzone 2 dropped. Finally came out. Everybody's loving it, but at the same time, that game is busted and broken, and a lot of people complaining of the game. That game, I'm done with Call of Duty. I'm never playing it again. Like I'm really good, dude. I don't think anything's gonna get me on it, dude. I don't know. I really don't. I don't have time to play it anymore, and it's just like it doesn't interest me. Like literally, the only games I'm gonna be playing is still PUBG. And Need for Speed, the new Need for Speed just dropped, Unbound, which is like more of like anime cartoon version of Need for Speed while being realistic, which is actually really fucking good. That game is really fucking good. It's really fucking difficult as well. It is extremely difficult in the beginning. Like if you get that game, you're not gonna win. Like if you put it on the easiest difficulty, you'll probably win every race at the beginning because it's easy, it's whatever. But if you put it on the medium or the hardest difficulty, you're not gonna be winning every single race in the beginning. That car is a bucket, dude. It sucks so bad to fucking drive that car in the beginning. And then getting money as well during that game is like a little bit difficult and more harder. It's really good though. All new original soundtrack. Like they don't have just the same old 7 songs playing on repeat. This one has from all fucking walks of life, a lot of European, some African, just hip hop, techno. Like it's so good. Like it's so good. A lot of A$AP Rocky was like a main component of it as well. A lot of his music is in that, which is great and amazing. I think that's really it about the games. I know PUBG is about to drop the new Vikendi soon. Actually, in like literally, I think tomorrow, it's gonna drop its new map, which I will definitely be playing that shit. Bring it back because it should have been never taken out of the game. It's got a lot of shit to work on, but still, I enjoy the game. It's still fun. Rainbow Six Siege finally put crossplay on. Being able to play with Xbox, PC, and PlayStation, I believe. They had finally put that update, so everybody kind of like could all play together now. That's really about it. Sony's still cuckolding Call of Duty and Activision deal for Microsoft, so that shit's still being barred and not happening yet. Microsoft did come out saying that they were going to try to put Call of Duty on the Switch, which that's going to be very interesting. But what I think is going to be is the game isn't going to be like an actual CD or whatever it is and put it on the Switch. I think it's just going to be streamed like how Google Stadia was, where it's just Xbox is just going to have a bunch of fucking servers, put it on Xbox, put it on like their Play Now initiative anywhere or whatever it is, have people download an app on the Switch and you can play it at 4K 60 FPS via stream. So it's gonna look fucking amazing, and you're gonna be able to play it just like normal. It's not gonna put any real strain on the actual hardware of the device itself, so you can just be able to do whatever you want. So you just stream every freaking game, which honestly, it's honestly a great thing. That's why Game Pass has been so successful, and Sony's shaking in their boots with that shit. So it is what it is. I think that's everything I needed to say about the gaming thing. I don't really have too much, like I said. Moving on to the next section of the podcast, anime. I still, of course, watch that when I can. There's only like 2 of them that I wanted to mention, just because they were like really interesting, especially with like the whole World Cup that's going on. Argentina finals, bruh. Hold up. I was upset that Portugal got knocked out by Morocco, which was incredible. I thought Portugal was gonna go, and it was gonna be Portugal and France, and Portugal, I think, was still gonna win that. It was gonna probably be like a Portugal 2, France 1. That's what I think it was gonna be. If not, it would come down to penalties, and then Portugal would win, or somehow fucking France would fucking pull it off. Then that would go. But Argentina, I knew they were gonna go. I knew they were gonna go all the way. Croatia, bro, Messi, that nigga's a goat, bro. That nigga's the machine, bro. I fucking loved what he was unstoppable this last match against Croatia, bro. I thought Croatia was gonna be a really good and really tough match that I thought was gonna happen when it came up, but they breezed through it. Argentina was destroying them. Messi was a machine through and through, bro. Holy shit. I know I'm talking about like supposed to be on anime, but still, I mean, I was about to talk about Blue Lock, which is soccer, so that's why it kind of correlates. Because Japan, like they also had the uniforms from Blue Lock in it, that they were kind of, it was pretty dope to kind of see like the community kind of come together with that. It was really dope to kind of cheer for Japan at that same time. They were going pretty far, and then unfortunately they lost, but it was good. It was really good. But still, Messi, man. Argentina Sunday, the finals. I think it's who won? Was it France? Yes, it was France. France won. It was 1-0 for, I believe, when I last saw it. I don't need to check my phone. France won, so it will be Argentina versus France. I knew Morocco wasn't gonna beat France. France is very tough. They're Croatia, France, Argentina, Portugal. I know I'm missing like a few other ones that are like really like the top teams, that are Brazil, another one, that are the top teams that are like fucking hard as hell to beat. Like they are difficult as hell because you have these great players. You have Neymar, you have fucking Ronaldo, you have Messi, you have fucking great people. I forgot what the one dude's name from Croatia. His name, he has a really big ass fucking schnoz. but him, he's really freaking good. Like a lot of people think I don't watch soccer. Like soccer is definitely one thing I would fucking watch, especially when it comes down to the World fucking Cup. I will watch that shit intently. Like better than the Super Bowl to me. It's just way better. Super Bowl's like whatever, which is coming up in February, which is on my birthday, honestly. So yeah, Blue Lock, really good. They have it to where it's a program called Blue Lock in Japan. They took like all the best players in Japan, put them into this like one little room, and they're just like, we're looking to try to create the best player in the world, who could become the best striker. We're looking for the best of the best. So we're gonna have you go into this program to see and train you up to become this monster and have this ego. And in order to become this, you have to have this persona, this ego to be the best and stuff like that. You need to break past your limits, and it's really fucking dope. I like it. So yeah, I would say check it out if you haven't already. If you watch anime, if you like that type of thing, or if you're into sports anime, check it out, most definitely. Second one is called Eminence in Shadow. Eminence of Shadow, or In Shadow, whatever it is. That's actually a really solid one. I don't give a fuck. This shit is fucking dope. That nigga's a beast. This dude, how do I explain it? Of course, it's like an isekai where he dies and then comes back, and he's just like this fucking OP dude, but he's like a ninja society in a sense, that he only just does what he wants and doesn't give a fuck about good or bad. He just does what he wants, and if somebody treads on their territory or tries to fuck with them, like, we're going to destroy you type shit. Like, this dude is like freaking, it's badass. Like, he's extremely powerful. Like that atomic episode, I think it was either 7 or 8. That shit was insane. I was like, yo, this dude just blew a fucking nuke. He just lit off a nuke. That shit is dope. Like, nobody could hold a candle to this man. He is extremely skilled, just from like the training and everything that he's done from his past life that he was able to do now because he had magic. But it's like, it's not really, is it magic? Yeah, I would say it's still magic, but it's like he has like this physical black like liquid that he's able to control and stuff like that, and it's completely unbreakable. It's really dope. I'd say check it out if you haven't already. Eminence of Shadow. It's only streaming, I think, on High Dive, and like a couple other things, but check it out if you haven't. If you would like to check it out, if you like isekais, action, magic, fantasy, if you like that, go ahead and do it. Moving on from anime section of the podcast to the final section of the podcast. Excuse me. Movies and TV show. Black Panther 2 came out I was thinking about, honestly, before I get to that, I was thinking about recording this podcast after I watched Avatar 2 Way of Water, which is coming out in just a few days, a couple days more so, because it comes out on the 16th, so 2 days. But I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just hurry up and get it out, because I'd rather just get everything processed and out now and just talk about that's what I'll be seeing, which looks really good. It's been great, getting great reviews left and right, and of course you have some people who are just like, oh, it sucks, and it's like, bro, shut up. And those aren't the people I listen to. I mean, really and truly, I would rather just listen to what the audience members say versus the critics a lot of time. But the critics are saying it's really fucking good, and a lot of audience members who got to see an early screening of it are saying it's really good as well. So when you have 2 and 2 together, like the first one, which was like a lot of people say they don't remember this fucking movie, but even when they do try to talk about it, they said it was really good. There wasn't really too many people who would say that it was a bad fucking movie, especially at the time. If they were to go back, if they were literally anybody says it was a bad movie, but when they watched it, I'm pretty sure it was like, yo, that was the best movie I ever seen. So take anything those motherfuckers say with a grain of salt, especially if they're not somebody who watches the movie avidly. Come on now, really? Do you really want to take somebody's opinion who really doesn't be watching movies like that? Come on now. I be watching movies like that, so I will definitely give you guys a take on what I think of Avatar 2. But going back, we talking about Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. This movie was really, to me, it was really good. Namor was a fantastic antagonist, absolutely fantastic antagonist. Reason why I use that word, because he's not a villain. He was not a villain in my eyes. The real villain was the fucking government. That was the real villain in this whole situation. These motherfuckers was trying to steal vibranium. Literally, that was the spoiler alert. Holy fucking shit. Spoiler alert. The real villain, of course, yes, was the governments, but they were trying, in the opening scene, I believe it was the opening scene, they tried to steal vibranium from the Wakandans. They had a strike team, a special forces team go in and then literally beat they fucking ass. And while in the middle of a court hearing, while they were trying to bash the Wakandan queen, which is T'Challa's mother, they were trying to get on her, be like, you need to you were supposed to share this, that, and a third, and you guys are locking it up. And then literally while they're trying to talk shit and try to demand shit and try to guilt trip them up, they walk their asses into the fucking the courtroom in handcuffs, bruh. And it was like, bruh, get the fuck out. I was like, yo, that's some strong ass shit. This movie pulled on heartstrings, most definitely, especially the opening scene. Well, the opening scene was really the funeral, which was that was tough. That was definitely tough. That one definitely brought some tears in my eyes. Absolutely. Namor, his backstory. I know I'm all over the place with this fucking movie, but I don't give a fuck. Everybody's already seen it. If you haven't already, I recommend you go see it. If not, it'll be on Disney Plus very soon, so you'll have a chance to stream it very soon. Namor is the reason why he became the antagonist and was fighting is because he needed to get the person who created the device to find vibranium, and he needed to keep his people safe by keeping them a secret, and with that device would expose them, so he needed to find that person. And with Shuri, however you want to pronounce it, it's Shuri, wanted to protect the girl who is Ironheart, who is very intelligent. She was very intelligent. She was in college just doing shit and stuff like that, and they go and they grab her. And at first, they were going to bring her or that person, because I'm pretty sure they probably thought it was just a dude. And if it wasn't a dude, if it wasn't a girl, a little college girl, I'm pretty sure they would have fucking brought him. Here you go, Namor. Here's this motherfucking nigga. Hey, you just go ahead and take him. But it was the fact that it was the girl, and Shuri became, pretty much took a liking to her as well. She's just damn, yeah, I don't think we should do this. I want to be able to protect this girl. That's what pretty much kind of caused it. He's just if you're not going to give it to her, we're going to come after you. We'll take you to war. And That nigga has an armor. Like, he got people. He could destroy the whole world. Them motherfuckers was there. They literally could die and come right back to life. That's how crazy it is. They were unkillable. They had vibranium weapons themselves, which kind of sucked because vibranium was supposed to be exclusive to Wakanda. The fact that the Ryan Coogler, whatever it is, I keep fucking up his name, last name, decided to write the script of saying that there was a second piece of the meteor that broke off. I didn't really like that because it kind of like negates the whole purpose of it. And what made them so strong and what made them so proud as to, you know, being the Wakandans who own this exclusive, strongest fucking metal, that you're able to have this sort of power with it. It's just like, damn, dude. It's like you just took that whole thing away. Like, I thought it was kind of lazy writing at the same time, like a little bit, but you know, it is what it is, and they've already written it into fruition. It's now here. It's now live. It's what they had to do, because I was really trying to see what they were going to do now that he had died, and they were going to pass the mantle to Shuri and see which way it went. When she was able to synthesize the flower that they usually drink to get the powers of the Black Panther, now because Killmonger destroyed all that, so they had to be able to get a copy or the DNA from it from Namor, because he gave a gift to Shuri with a necklace and had it, so they got that and they used that to be able to synthesize a copy of that same power to really be able to give her the power. It's fuck, bro. It's just like fuck. It's like it works and it doesn't work, but it was like a close representation to where it was like, I think, a 99% match to it in the movie, and it worked. It definitely fucking worked, but at the same time, it was just like, okay, cool, she got it. And instead of when she went into that spiritual plane, she thought she was gonna see her brother and her family and everybody else. She doesn't see him. She sees Killmonger, because what was in her heart was from the anger of losing her mother, because her mother died. Like I said, spoiler alert. She had that anger, resentment, that hatred and everything like that, which what Killmonger had. That's why she saw that, and she would refuse to be able to like talk about it. He's like, who did you see in the spiritual plane? He's like, I didn't see nobody. There was nobody there. Why weren't they there? She was just upset about that. But the suit was dope. The movie was good. And then at that last bit of the end credits, they ended pretty well, which that was a surprise. I did not see that coming. I kind of did at the same time. No, I didn't really see it coming. I didn't even think that was gonna happen. He had a son. So we will get another Black Panther who will be a guy, and it's gonna most likely be his son until he grows up. So that's really all I had to say about that. I know I was all over the place with that, but I don't really give a fuck. Fuck, we are almost at 2.5 hours of talking. I am done. I am so done talking. I am done. That was literally it. That was the last little bit of my notes. That was everything I had to say. If you made it to the end of this podcast, leave a like, comment, subscribe, rate this shit 5 stars if you're listening to a Spotify or Apple. It helps bring in new listeners, brings me up the algorithm, brings up more engagements, makes me be able to get more out to you, even though I am busy. But having more of that will allow me to be able to focus on this as more as well. So if you like it and you want to hear more, go ahead and do that. It helps me out, which will also in turn help you out. If you want to hear more of this shit, you want to have me sit here and talk for like an hour and a half on fucking questions again, I could do that over and over again. Absolutely. Until we have so much fucking engagement to where I just do this shit live. To where I could answer questions live, and then we could really go off of that shit. Like, come now. Like, if you want to see this in it, like see me innovate and help me innovate, that's how it goes. That's how it fucking goes. If not, it's just gonna be whenever I feel like it. And it is what it is. That's how we gonna do. But that being said, I am the Project Vega, and I will see you motherfuckers in episode 28. See ya.